Welcome back, everyone, to Act 2 of the Alabaster Throne and Omega Horizon campaign. I am your game master, Dan Prisco-Bucksbaum, and I am joined by our three very talented players, Jessica Lynn Parsons, Avril Illijay, and Heather Drew.
Hi, everybody.
Hi!
So for those of you who joined us last time, we left off with the crew of now the Corsair, formerly the Scarlet Talon. The crew of the Corsair had left Jeshin on their way to Unity Station to meet a Rigelian by the name of Spike, who left a cryptic message for the previous crew for an old friend of his named Gecko. Apparently, Spike stumbled upon a very lucrative job offer that he thought Gecko and his captain, Griff Callan, would be interested in. And for lack of a better option and trying to tug on the strings of some of the information they stumbled upon on Jeshin, the crew has decided to pursue the lead and see where it goes. Where we pick up the crew of the Corsair is about the ship while they travel faster than light towards Unity Station, which is in Vanadium Union space. Why don't you let everyone know what you're all doing in your downtime?
Ooh, downtime.
Yes, I know exactly what I'm doing.
Go for it.
Cool. Before that, hi, I'm Avril Illijay. I'm playing Celica Riggs, engineer hacker. Really excited. So the first thing I'm going to do is, so in the Corsair, I'm in the engineering bay and laying down very nicely and taking everything like a champion is Zara. I'm fixing her vocal box. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Hey, and I'm Heather Drew. Obviously, she's working on me. I'm playing Zara Conclex. I'm Paravoran, and I'm sitting on the table, and it hurts, it stings a little bit. I'm like, is it working yet? Did you fix it?
I'm trying. It's almost there, though. So just be a little bit patient. I'm sorry, I know this is very uncomfortable, but it'll work a lot better.
Hey, you two, I'm hearing squeaking coming from this room.
It's nothing really. I'm just fixing something.
And I'm just playing Scarlet the android. Okay, well, I'm just checking in here. Also, hey, Celica, can you do some swapping and upgrading on me when you're done with that?
Yes. That is the next in my priority list.
Cool,
okay.
Cool.
Yes.
Bye.
And I go, will you please hurry up? This voice box is really annoying. I don't like this voice, please.
Oh, I thought this voice is quite cute, but hold on 1 second, and that should work it.
Oh shit, I don't think so. Maybe a little bit more.
Nope, okay, just give me a couple minutes. No, I'm gonna put this wider, that's why, okay, so I move this, and then I put this blue one, and it's, okay, and maybe I'll mark this one as purple, okay. Now, try.
Ow! Oh, hey! Oh, it worked. Thank you so much. I can't wait to have my own original voice back. After speaking in so many different voices, it gets really annoying. I mean, I hear enough voices in my head. So fine.
Right, that's probably a lot of my thoughts in your head as well. So, I'm happy it's working though.
It is, and I just want to say, let's never talk about the dream you had last night, because it was disturbing.
Yeah. Well, that's our little secret. Great. So we're not gonna talk about that anymore and break. But I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the survivalist software program and swap that out, and just to make sure Scarlet's back to normal.
Okay, Scarlet, you can come in.
Hey.
Next patient. And then I motion over to the floor, stacked crates.
Hey, Corsair, come over.
Yes,
Come on,
Captain.
Overcom. Hi, you got the autopilot, right?
Yes, Captain.
Great. Okay, hack away.
Okay. Cool. Consent confirmed. Let's go. So I start to remove my previous programming for survival and swap it back for piloting, and that should take a bit. And then and should be good.
Yes, so again, for those of you just joining us, androids in Omega Horizon have this nifty ability where with a computer programming role, you can actually shift around where their skill group ranks are allocated, allowing them to rapidly learn new skills at the cost of momentarily forgetting their old skills, but it's a completely reversible process as Celica was just able to restore Scarlet's original functionality as a pilot. Okay, with that all done, is there anything else you guys want to do with your downtime before you arrive at Unity Station?
Yes, I would like to install a drone uplink, drone control uplink chip into my brain using the help of Zara. All right, Zara, now it's my turn. Help me out here. And then, yeah, with my CP points from last game, I'm now able to increase the number of drones I can control. So that means I can control all 3 of my drones at once if I wanted to. It also increases the range of my drones, and I don't need a computer or to activate my drones manually. I can just use my cybernetic enhancement.
Yes.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
All right, so I'm not
Like
going to make you
Bluetooth.
roll for that. You're going to have enough time that you can take your time through this and really tinker with it. And there are some limited sort of medical tools that are available on the ship that will aid in your installation of the uplink into your cerebral data jack, which is where the uplink goes. So you're able to do essentially surgery on yourself, computer-assisted surgery on yourself using Corsair's artificial intelligence to aid you in your process here. And so you're able to do that before you arrive. Is there anything else anyone wants to do before we get there?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
All
knock
right.
back some coffee and do about 150 push-ups just to get myself amped.
I like it.
Ready to go.
I like it. All right, so you hear the a chime sort of sound, and you hear the ship's computer say, "Now arriving, Unity Station." And the ship comes out of the Aurelium jump. Though, by the way, in the downtime also, I'm assuming Celica has also made the repairs necessary to the gravitonium.
Oh yeah, I've used my new drone control upload link. I used everything,
Cool.
all of that. I
All
have a
right,
repair
so-
drone.
Scarlet, I forgot to show you. I got a new tattoo
Oh.
from our travels from Oko. You can't see it now, but it's there. It's got a couple new scales to mark off all that we killed.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
That's. I'm confused.
Oh, if you would like any of them, feel free to let me know. I'm more than happy to start marking you with any sort of tattoo.
You do You do tattoos?
Tattoo, gene splicing, tech augmentation,
What does
the word.
What do the tattoos do? What are they? What advancements do they provide?
They look cool.
They look cool.
Yeah, but what do they do? How do they enhance my abilities? What do they? How do
They
make my life
enhance your appearance
For what purpose?
to look intimidating, to look cool, to look sexy, whatever.
She's not getting it.
It's okay.
I'm gonna pass.
Maybe if you want some sort of tattoo as some sort of memento or keepsake, like maybe remember Oron. Like if you look at your skin and you see some sort of indentation, maybe that could be some sort of really nice way to honor Oron.
Well, that sounds nice, actually. I don't, where do people get tattoos?
On
Anywhere?
their body, yes, anywhere you want.
I mean, Oren, I could, I don't know if he would,
Do it.
Or, and please, this is another one of my crazy ideas, so feel free to shut it down. But what we can also do is to commemorate our new friendship and to also commemorate the fact that we're still alive. We can have some sort of team tattoo.
No.
Okay.
No.
So maybe, and I jackhammer, maybe that wasn't clear also. The cool aspect of a team tattoo.
Yeah. I don't know how to make it seem any cooler. It's a tattoo. Maybe
That's okay.
Wait, can't you do Zenoan glow-in-the-dark tattoos?
I can.
Oh,
Hey, are you?
sorry. I got it. It passed out again.
Are you talking to each other in your heads? Right
How
now?
did you know? Just a long period of silence, or?
Yeah, looking at each other and
Awkward
making
staring?
like your face twitching a little bit too. It's
But we're smiling, so.
All right, in the cockpit, you see that again. This spatial light distortion fade as you arrive back at sublight speed, and before you see this immense space station. It's not like anything you've seen before. You had heard rumors that the Vanadium Union had built this cutting-edge, awe-inspiring structure, which is meant to signify the unity between the various species that comprise the Vanadium Union. Why don't you go ahead and we'll pull up an image of what you see.
Ew. Ah!
So
So
that is
cool.
Unity Station. The domes that you see around the base of the structure are actually artificial environments. So there's a dome that is like a lush forest. There's a dome that's an island chain. There's a dome that's a mountain range. Basically, so that whatever species come from the various worlds that make up the Union, they can feel at home while they're staying on board the station.
very cool.
That's awesome. I love it.
So you are hailed by the station security, and they ask, identification and purpose for your stay and all that stuff.
Purpose for our stay.
Business or pleasure?
Business.
Very well. You will want to register when you arrive. Please proceed to Docking Bay 2. And you see they send a signal to your ship that it jumps onto the augmented reality overlay that actually shows you sort of a path for you to fly to go into the central portion of the main spire where it's a huge dockyard. Again, this is larger than any starport you've been in, and the amenities are just like all cutting-edge technology, clean, sharp, and looking very impressive.
Okay, so if there's any talking involved here, I suggest that one of you two do it. Maybe Zara, actually.
Oh, no worries at all. I got it. Well, we're here to see Spike. Let's see. I mean, actually, I have to say, Celica, this might be a really good place to start Celica Rigs 2.0.
Celica Rigs 2.0! That's the most beautiful idea. Maybe at some point, when we get money for this job, we can go ahead and build our own biome for just whatever we want. If you want, because you're gonna be a partner, obviously, we can have some sort of big tree palace just for you, and then connected to a bunch of little shops. So if we want to work on anything larger, like a golem, or any sort of like hover bikes or crafts, we can have a section for that as well.
And I could just climb on top of the golems and work for the top, and you work on the bottom and be the best team ever.
It would be the best team ever. We can jackhammer all the time.
All the time. It's absolutely perfect.
It is perfect, but I don't know if the name Celestial Rigs 2.0 is that good of a title, but we can figure that out. I'll put that somewhere on our to-do list.
Scarlet, why don't you go ahead and make a piloting skill roll to bring the ship in and...
Okay. Alright, so with my new CP, I upgraded my piloting skill from 2 to 3.
Hell yeah.
And you're jacked in, so don't forget your extra
Oh,
1K1
yeah.
as well.
Cool. So I rolled 4 and I keep,
You will be keeping all 4, I believe.
My wits is 3.
Yep, so you're normally
Or
3k3, and then you add 1k1, so that's
From being
a full
plugged in? Okay.
Correct.
So
Yeah, so for the audience who's just joining us, the characters, all 3 of our players are playing characters that have cerebral data jacks that allow them to directly interface with most technology. And when you are jacked in, meaning connected via a cable that extends, you are able to move more quickly and more fluidly when controlling the technology, which results in a bonus of an additional rolled and kept dice.
And something I wasn't doing last time that I will do this time is, because of my spy background, I'm adding my deceit to my piloting skills. So
Yeah, the smuggling career ability. That's right.
Smuggling, yeah.
Yes.
So that brings me to a total of 18.
That's amazing. Awesome. So you definitely maneuver into the docking bay, and you land on one of the platforms, engaging the magnetic clamps, and the main platform opens up and extends out the planks that you guys can disembark from the ship. As you make your way out, you actually see there is a Rigelian waiting for you on the platform. Though when he sees you, he has a confused look on his face.
This could be Spike.
Are we supposed to disguise ourselves? Or are you going to take care of that, Zara?
Yeah,
It's a bit late for that now that he's seen you.
Oh, crap.
Can you do some kind of mind trickery on
So
him?
he tilts his head slightly, and he says, "I'm sorry, is this the Corsair?" As he says it, you notice that the Rigelian's anatomy, their jaws don't move much when they speak. They sort of speak behind their jagged teeth, and their reptilian forked tongue slips out once in a while.
Jackhammer. In my mind, after I hear the Corsair speech from who I assume to be a Spike, I jackhammer to Zara and say, maybe Gecko is still on the ship, and maybe we should flag Gecko down.
For those of you that are just joining us, Zara actually has psionic capability, and whenever Celica or Zara says the keyword jackhammer, it means that they're communicating telepathically via Zara's abilities.
So I will use. Wait.
What I will say is that if you're going to try to use an illusion to make him see Gecko, you may run into trouble if he starts asking questions of Gecko, because you don't know Gecko well enough to know how he would respond. And you don't know how well this guy knows Gecko. If he knows Gecko only by reputation or through limited interaction, you can probably fool him. But if he was close with Gecko, then chances are he'll see through the ruse and become suspicious of you.
Then can I use Inception to say, Gecko's back on the ship. He sent us out to scout to make sure everything's okay. He'll be joining us later. And I'm gonna roll an Inception.
Yes! Come on, Zara!
Sure.
Uh-oh.
Nope.
Let's see. Keep 4.
Did you bump
So
that
I
up
have-
last game?
19.
Oh!
Alright, let me take a look at this here.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to see if you have any modifiers that might help. So you're actually a bit shy of the target number.
What? With an 18?
Yes.
Oh,
now,
man.
the nice thing is, because this person isn't psionic and isn't aware of your tampering, it means that the idea doesn't take hold. You're trying, with the purpose of Inception, you're trying to plant a seed of a thought in their mind that the mind will then take and organically make it make sense for them. And you realize that you're trying to plant this thought. You don't feel sort of the tendrils of consciousness wrapping around the thought and sort of making it part of its own. It sort of is rejected by the mind. The tendrils of thought sort of pull away. And so you realize that the thought fizzles and doesn't stick. So basically how that would play out is, in Spike's mind, he'd be like, maybe Spike is aboard the ship and he's waiting to see if it's safe. No, that doesn't make sense. So the thought fizzles out.
Then I
A moment has passed while you've tried this, and Spike asserts again. Do I have the correct ship? This is the Corsair, correct?
Correct. Scarlet will step forward.
I don't recognize any of you.
Well, we were recruited to pilot the ship. There was some mechanical discrepancies in the computer system, so we were hired on to fix it and pilot the craft safely.
Well, that doesn't sound like Griff, but still, if you stole the ship from him, then you're probably good enough for the task. Come with me.
I kind of like this guy.
I've never met a Rigelian before, and my goodness, they're so fascinating.
Look, he's
So
respecting the hustle.
Rigelians are also larger than humans, so he's got a good, foot or two over the humans in the group, which makes him significantly taller than Zara, who's a Parboran, who's even shorter. And so he sort of lumbers a little bit down the path leading you into Unity, and he turns and says, "Do any of you drink?"
Yes, I do.
I raise all 4 arms.
I know a good spot. We can talk there. Anyway, you probably have some questions. I've got some of my own. Whatever did become of Griff and Gecko?
I think they died.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, Gecko was a right brawler. Good type. I respected him, but look, it's an occupational hazard.
And you say you've got well, I'll wait till we get to the bar.
Yeah, so he leads you through the station. You just see there's like dozens of different species, most of which many of you have never seen before. Zara, you're a little more familiar because Parborans are part of the Vanadium Union, but you lived a fairly sheltered life on your homeworld and had never visited Unity before. So some of these are new to you. It is this melting pot of all these different people. And there are, in fact, some humans there, but they seem to be a minority among the Vanadium Union. And so you are led into the central part of the spire, and you see this sprawling, just like you can see dozens of levels up, and then it fades from view even higher to higher levels. And looking down over the edge of one of the balconies, you can see again dozens of floors below you, and just all buzzing with activity, and there's sort of lifts moving between things, and just this energy in this place of like progress, and it's a very alive sort of place.
Wow. So cool.
I feel like I'm in heaven here. Oh.
And so Spike leads you to this seedy-looking bar nestled among more polished-looking stores and goes, "This is the place."
All right. And
Ooh.
You can hear some electronic music bumping inside.
and we're not gonna look out of place here?
No, nobody looks out of place in Unity. That's why I came here. And he walks inside.
All right. Hey, Celica, don't be drinking the fuel, okay?
Before the interaction, I can't do anything about that, but I'm very much open to what this gorgeous Rigelian is gonna offer.
Okay. Well, I just don't want to be cleaning up your puke, okay? What, you cannot biologically process fuel. You just can't.
Jackhammer. She's right.
Ugh. Okay, maybe I'll stop drinking it, but I will say it is strong and I do love the taste.
I know. Let's go.
So he has you order whatever you want, and he leads you to this table tucked away in the back of the establishment. And he sits down and slides into the booth.
Okay, so what's the deal?
I slide next to him.
Amesies, sandwich.
He looks down at either one of you in confusion for a moment, and then sort of catches on that maybe Scarlet is like in charge of this crazy operation, and looks up at her. So here's the deal. I've got this client. He needs 2 rare things obtained. He's willing to pay a lot of credits.
How much?
250 kilocreds to each of you.
That's very generous, considering I only have 19 on me.
Wow, okay. These, must be hard to get a hold of.
Yeah, and they're dangerous.
The
hey,
item itself is dangerous.
You took the Corsair from Callan. You can't be washed up.
Hey. What can I say?
Okay.
Okay, so what are these items?
I don't know exactly. I have general ideas. He's a little bit secretive, this guy. I think there are people hunting him or something. I don't know. Look, the first is some rare piece of tech. It was in a crate that was stolen in transit. Last known location is a planet called Denube.
Okay. And do I know of Denube, or do any of us know of Denube?
No.
Okay.
It's this small airless rock in the middle of nowhere. Some corporation settled it. Something about research projects. I don't know. It should be pretty easy. I think they're scientists.
Well, 250 kilocredits doesn't say easy to me.
Well, that's just the first piece. It's the second piece that's hard.
Okay.
Have you heard about the Twilight Garden?
Have I seen this in my
Yes, this
research?
is your research into the Darknet has let you. This is the place where Martin Alabaster supposedly keeps his most prized possession. There's a program there. You need to extract it. The only way in is through a cyberspace pocket. I happen to know where it is. It'll be very hard to get past the security programs, but I've got some toys that you'll be allowed to have.
What kind of toys?
Like explosives?
Cyberspace tech. Aladyne, specifically. My client happened to be a former board member, Matthias Werner.
T.S. Werner.
What, you got a problem with him?
No.
Well,
He's wanted for murder, I
there's
think.
rumors. Yeah.
He shrugs. It's all the same to me.
Yeah, I forgot you hold murderers in high standard, high regard.
Hey, it's none of my business, you know?
Okay. So, this program is located in the Twilight Garden, which is accessible through a cyberspace pocket?
Yep.
That's
Okay.
no problem for me. We can go ahead and take that.
Okay, any more information on any of the safeguards that they have? Have others unsuccessfully tried to complete this mission before?
Oh yeah, a couple people died.
Can you tell me what they died of?
Well, first of all, they weren't able to find the crate for some reason, but that was before it ended up on Denube. So they decided it would be easier if they went and got the program first. Problem is, they ended up on the wrong end of the Alabaster Knight's axe.
Okay. Well, I say we go for the crate first, get the easy mission out of the way, at least get it half done.
Awesome! So you're in.
We're in. Is there any kind of upfront payment?
The upfront payment will be in the gear.
Okay.
Credits come after successful completion.
So what type of gear are we talking about? And I start bouncing up and down in the booth.
So, I'll tell you specifically where the garden's located once you get the first piece of gear. I'll give you my contact information, and he gives you this, he slides across this data pad that has this info for you to copy.
Okay.
Cool.
So, here's the tech that you can have.
I take it.
He takes out 3 discs, flat discs, and puts them on the table. The first is the Aladyne Ifrit program. It's a cyber weapon, very powerful, more than your run-of-the-mill stuff. The second is the Skelly program. It helps you open doors in cyberspace, even if there are places doors don't normally exist. And the third is the tie-dye program. It allows time dilation, lets you move faster in cyberspace, and lets you slow down your enemies.
Wow.
Divvy them out as you please among the three of you.
This is amazing. So we can only install one program per person?
I don't know. I don't know shit about cyberspace.
Do I know that?
In theory, you can install more than one.
Yeah.
They're called scripts, cyberspace scripts, and you can run more than one. The Ifrit cyber weapon is actually tech. It's cyber tech. So it's as if you had bought the
cyber weapon.
Cyber weapon, but it's an upgraded version of it.
Oh.
And then the Skelly program and the tie-dye program, those are scripts. Scripts basically function almost like equipment in cyberspace that gives you an ability you didn't have before, because it lets you take sort of certain admin controls of the program.
Excellent. Well, this is incredibly generous of you, and I'm more than happy to install this in each of us.
How much time do we have?
I mean, I don't know. You're not the only ones looking for it, though.
Oh.
So
Okay, competition. All right, we should get going. How long is it gonna take you to install this, Celica? Can we do all three in each of us?
So the cybernetic tech will take you, like, let's say an hour to actually install, but the others are almost like insertable disks. They're like the really tiny disks that you just pop in and like it uploads the program.
Okay, cool.
Excellent.
All right, so we need to get to Denube, which is airless. You got something for that?
There's definitely some of that on the ship.
Okay.
Griff always did keep exosuits on board just in case.
In my size too?
I don't know, man.
We can figure out and make some sort of adjustments. We got this.
Duct tape fixes almost everything.
Okay, so Scarlet will lead the way back to the Corsair to make their way over to Denube.
All right, so you leave Spike behind the bar. You make your way back through the bustling sort of marketplace on Unity, get to the Corsair, and take off without issue. The Corsair takes over astrogating to your next location, because that's sort of become standard protocol for you guys. And you jump to faster than light travel, heading towards the Danubian system, where the planet Denube is located. Is there anything you want to do in your downtime?
Just for funsies, install chips now.
Sure. Go ahead. I'm going to have you make an engineering skill roll and then a medical skill roll, just to make sure nothing goes wrong.
Cool. Sweet. So engineering, just flat engineering.
Engineering and then medical, and you can
combine
actually
engineering and medical, or
no, engineering, intellect, and then medical, intellect, and you can actually add +3 to each of those rolls for using the ship's guidance and tools and stuff.
Got it. Sweet. So let me do engineering first. 4, 5. Ha 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 ha. That's 5, 16, 17, 18, 19 for engineering. And then let's see for medical. Good thing I put something in medical. Okay. That's just flat medical.
What'd you roll?
Let's see. Medical's intelligence. So
Yep.
that means a 3 plus 2, 5.
Plus another 3.
Plus 8.
So it's a little sloppy, but you get the job done. You end up taking 2 points of BP damage as you sort of carve yourself up a little bit in the process accidentally. But you will heal by the time you arrive at Denube.
Excellent.
Because it's going to take more than a day to get there.
Nanite factory.
Yes, and your nanite factory doubles the rate at which you naturally heal. Okay, so you come out of faster than light travel in orbit around Denube. The first thing that you notice is that you are not hailed, as normally you would be entering sovereign space of another planet. A quick ship scan reveals that the colony on Denube is powered, but there are no signals going in and out, any communication signals.
So, what does that mean for us?
The ship's computer comes to life and turns to all of you in the cockpit and says, "I sense something is amiss.
Okay.
I've scanned for life forms on the planet's surface and have not detected any."
No life forms whatsoever.
No, the buildings appear to have power, but I cannot find signs of life, nor movement. There are cavernous complexes below the surface. It is possible that the colonists have gone below ground for some reason, but if so, I am unable to scan them through the planet's crust due to its high metal content.
Okay, well, search for an appropriate place to land, and we will investigate.
The colony's landing platform is intact and ready to receive starships.
Okay, initiate landing.
Right away. And you see a little course laid in, and the ship's autopilot takes control and lands the ship on the landing platform. The platform is exposed on the surface, so you'll need exosuits to travel from the platform to the receiving building of the landing pad starport situation.
But I shouldn't need a suit, right?
You do not, because you are an android. You will not need a suit. And even though there is no atmosphere, there is standard gravity, so you don't need magnetic boots or anything to walk from the landing platform to the facility.
Cool. I outfit Zara with the exosuit modified, and I put mine on as well.
All right, so you all walk out. Zara, your suit is a bit baggy. It was designed for a medium-sized creature, and you are small-sized. But you get the job done, and it makes a good seal, and you're still able to move, though a bit uncomfortably. So the three of you exit the starship and make your way to the main facility. As you arrive, you press the button to... It's, again, not... There is an electronic lock, but the door is not locked. You press the button, the doors open with a friendly chime, and you're able to enter the facility through the airlock.
Oh.
Once within the airlock, the doors close behind you. It pressurizes. The doors to the station open up. Your suits read out that the oxygen content in the air is breathable for humans, and there's no detectable toxins or anything dangerous in the atmosphere.
Okay, cool. I was about to ask that. I was like, any toxins though? Tight. I want to remove my helmet to check.
Okay, so you take off the helmet of the exosuit, and you take in a deep breath of breathable air, and it's fine. It does smell a bit musty, sort of, but otherwise breathable, no problem. There's no one around. When you enter, there's sort of this main sort of vestibule area. There's like areas where you can hang up exosuits and stuff, and you see there's a bunch of suits that are hung up, and then there's a bunch of empty racks. And there's a big sign on the wall that says "Manger" in all capital letters.
Manger. Can I try
and keep
to...
in mind you can communicate with the ship's computer remotely through your comms.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yep.
cool. Hey, Corsair,
Yes, Captain.
look up Manger, Denube.
The Manger Corporation holds an outpost on the planet Denube. Manger stands for Modifications, Augments, and New Genetic Enhancement Research. Manger's primary competitors are Splice Technologies and Phoenix Industries.
Splice Technologies and Phoenix Industries. Okay.
Splice Technologies is a genetic modification manufacturer, and Phoenix Industries creates technological augmentations and cybernetic enhancements.
Okay. Well, looks like we might have company. Corsair,
Yes, Captain.
what are the names of the owners or the founders of Manger?
It lists some names. You don't recognize any of them. None of them are Martin Alabaster or Matthias Werner.
Okay. All right, well, shall we?
Yes, let's go. Be careful, eyes. Keep your eyes peeled, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Take off my suit. So glad you went first. Make sure it's okay.
No problem.
So, you start making your way through the facility, and in relatively short time, you come across sort of an administrative pod within the facility, and inside you can see there are computers that appear to be powered, operational, and on them you can see various displays showing like the integrity of other structures within the colony, and you see that a number of the structures appear to have been damaged and are no longer airtight, though it does not show what the damage was.
Is it possible for me to jack in and retrieve like the station's map and send that to Scarlet as well, or upload that to Scarlet as well?
Yeah, that's going to be a computer's data retrieval role.
All right.
Nice.
Cool. Let me do that. 3, 4, 5.
Good thinking, Celica.
Ha ha ha. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, let's see. So that is 22.
Wow.
All right,
Specialize.
You successfully retrieve the data you're looking for, and you share it with Scarlet.
I also upload it to Zara's datapad.
Sure. So as you upload the information, you now see those of you who have ocular implants, which I believe Zara does have also. If they're connected with whatever you're receiving the information to, datapad or cerebral data jack, you all have cerebral data jacks also. You actually see in your augmented reality overlay, like off the corner of your eye, a three-dimensional map, essentially, of the colony.
Awesome.
Great.
Now, Scarlet, you have a global positioning implant installed in your cybernetic data jack, as we saw during Act 1. Because you now have this map, your GPS implant actually shows you your location on the map as you move.
So tight.
Yes.
So tight.
All right, so we're looking for a crate on a planet. I guess we should get started here.
There are shipping manifests in the computers.
Yeah. All right. Can we?
I'm not gonna make you roll again. That original data retrieval roll is enough to also pull that up. I would assume that you'd be looking for it. So you, as you're going through this information, you pull the maps. You keep looking. You do find shipping manifests going back. You see that the colony has not received a shipment in a number of months, which is very unusual for a colony like this because it relies so much on food and water and other essentials being brought there because this is an airless rock. The value of this colony, if you will, its primary export is in rare minerals and metals that are being mined from the nearby caves. and then are being shipped off-world. And you see on the shipping manifest for the incoming goods, things like food, water, clothing, other materials needed to just keep the colony up, running, keep everyone alive. Oxygen is being brought from off-world, things like that. There is, on one of the last manifests that arrived, there is a crate, single crate, that lists its contents as access denied. That is logged in, is never logged out, but it doesn't say where in the facility it ends up, whereas all the other crates, it says, like, this will be found in the colony's armory, this will be found in the colony's, mess hall, this will be found, so on and so forth. This crate has access denied, location unknown.
Am I able to code break and find its location?
You can try a code breaking skill roll. What I will say, yes, you can try.
You're giving me so much confidence here, Dan.
Try.
All right, so no, I'm not. There's really no reason for you to roll. So the answer is, it's not that. There's like a couple ways that something could be denied, right? There's one way where it's like the data exists and it's being blocked from you, but the way this is signified in the system, it makes it appear that, like, when it arrived, it couldn't be logged in, that the access to the crate was denied, meaning they don't know what was in it, if that makes sense, right? So, like, it's either like, oh, this was clearly logged in, and now I can see it. There's coding in here that it's been blocked, and I need a higher admin level in order to see it. This is different. It's like typed in access denied. It's not a signifier that access is denied, which means that there was no information ever put in as to what was in it. The access was denied.
Okay, but
they accepted it. They
accepted it. But I don't know the location of where it's currently being held.
But you don't know the location.
Okay, cool.
Do we have the approximate location?
No.
Okay.
There is no location information attached to this file. So, from a coding standpoint, when they attach locations to this, it's like there's links associated where you could, like, click it and then it'll pull up, like, everything that's in there. Like, they're tied to other data signifiers. There's no tag associated with that. It just says location unknown. So again, it leads you to believe that they never logged it in the first place.
Got it.
How big is this place, just in scope?
So it's like a town almost. There's like several dozen large habitation structures. It's like it's an outpost. It's more than just like a single facility, but there were clearly, like, you can also do a quick look at the population. There were like families living here, like there were colonists here that were working at the mining facility on site, and there were people that were working in the Starport outpost. There were people working, that were engineers. There were people that were scientists. There was all these different people living and working in this outpost.
Well, I guess we'll search the old-fashioned way.
On foot?
Looks like it.
Ugh.
I know. I'm spoiled too.
Corsair, come in.
Yes, Captain.
Can you help us in any way? Finding this crate? Celica, can you, show Corsair?
Relaying information.
So you relay the information to Corsair, and Corsair says, if this crate contained top-secret goods, it was likely related to the research that was going on at the facility. I would begin with the research labs.
Okay.
Research labs. Okay.
However, I still have been unable to locate signs of life.
Huh. All of this is feeling very suspicious to me.
Yes, keep a lookout.
It might be pertinent to arm yourselves.
Yeah. We're always armed, Corsair. We're always
Locked and loaded.
Corsair says, I was able to access the colony security systems and have granted you admin level access.
Whoa. Nice one, Corsair.
You will find the colony's armory not far from your location. It might be wise to grab ammunition and supplies.
Great. Can you pinpoint that for us on the GPS?
Uploading to your maps now.
Perfect.
And you see the location on your maps.
Follow me!
Excellent.
Scarlet will start to walk us over to the armory.
All right, so you head over to the armory, and as you arrive, without you even needing to input anything, it detects your signatures that Corsair has uploaded, and the doors just slide open.
So cool, Corsair.
With a satisfying whoosh. And inside, you see literally rows of like assault rifles, crates of ammunition. There appear to be relatively small grade explosives. There's like a lot here.
Nice.
Is there extra combat drones there too?
There are not combat drones. There are repair drones here.
Repair drones.
Yeah, I have one already, which is what I used. But I can't operate 4 at the same time, but I can operate 3. So I have a question, a DM question, Dan.
Sure.
If I take extra repair drones, can I like send them immediately back into the ship? So let's say we have like stacks of repair drones on the ship, but not on me currently. Okay,
Correct.
cool. Yeah, I'll just take all that. And because of my drone uplink, I can just do it manually and just like go boop.
Yes,
Just like
there are 4 repair drones.
I send all of that into the
And
ship.
all 4 of them, they go zooming off to an airlock, exit the airlock, and head to the Corsair to slide themselves into their little docking ports and take a nap.
And I relay that info to Corsair that we have new friends to help rebuild the ship incoming, and to not harm that at all.
Is there any armor that would be useful to an android?
So androids can wear armor. It does stack with your basic DR. The way armor takes damage is a little finicky compared to natural DR because over time the armor wears down as it takes damage. But there are exosuits. Exosuits do actually provide natural armor also because they're very thick. They're designed to, keep you from losing atmosphere and dying out in space. So they're pretty hardy. So there are some exosuits in here. There's no like traditional body armor, but there are flight suits also, and flight suits do provide minimal damage reduction as well. You currently have a flight suit.
I'm already wearing a flight suit.
Yeah,
so would it
same.
be better to wear an exosuit than a flight suit?
If you're just looking to max man armor, absolutely, yeah, you can wear an exosuit. Exosuits have, I believe, 5. Let me just double check quick.
But they don't stack. So, like, let's say, for example, I'm
You can't
wearing
wear
my
2
flight
exosuits.
suits. Oh, no, I'm wearing my flight suit underneath, which is currently 2 DR. And then I wear this exosuit, which is 5 DR. So it makes my DR 7 DR.
No, it's only the highest one is what stacks.
Cool.
So what does stack?
Okay.
Natural armor stacks with worn armor, but 2 types of worn armor do not stack.
Gotcha.
Okay, I
Copy
might as well
that.
upgrade if it's available in
So,
here.
well,
Yeah,
actually,
for real.
okay. So your current exosuits are civilian exosuits, which is damage reduction 3.
Oh.
The exosuits here are military grade exosuits, which is damage reduction 5.
I will
You
take
can
that,
all
please.
upgrade
Oh,
to
yeah.
a military exosuit.
Yes.
Can we say that because we don't want to lose our previous exosuits, the drones,
Yes,
there you
that's
go,
right. They
and
carried
take it
them
into
back.
the ship.
They carried them
Excellent.
back. So, it is a bit strange to you that a bunch of nerds, a bunch of scientists, have military-grade exosuits. It's a bit strange.
Corsair,
Yes, Captain.
run a search on these exosuits.
What am I looking for, Captain?
Manufacturer.
Manufacturer of the suits is... Here we go.
Wow, Corsair is digging deep for this information.
Unprepared for that question. The maker of the exosuits is Kosav Tiered Arms, commonly known as KTA, manufacturer of weapons for infantry vehicles and starship applications. It appears that these exosuits may have been purchased by the Manger Corporation.
Produced by the Major. Okay.
Impressive, Gosar. Impressive. And
All All right. So we have military-grade exosuits,
I grab assault rifle.
modification augment company, sitting on an airless planet full of scientists, and this is supposedly going to be an easy get. Something's not right here.
I don't think Spike was telling us the full story.
Maybe Spike doesn't know the full story.
That could be
Because
likely.
no one came back.
Okay,
Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
let's start looking
Maybe-
for this crate.
Maybe Arma.
Can I take some grenades? Or
There are some standard grenades here. Yes. Again, strange, but there are some standard grenades here.
Okay, and I can only carry one two-handed weapon, correct?
I believe so because you're a barbarian. I think that you're limited in what you can carry.
Can I carry any
Yeah,
other?
4
melee?
arms, right? Seems like you should.
Four arms,
You're
but,
right,
but
I think.
itty bitty muscles.
I do push-ups every morning. Every morning.
I resent that. Okay. So
Pick up nothing.
you start.
Damn it.
I pick up my broken pride. So the you gather some weapons up. You put on those military exosuits, and you continue making your way through the facility.
Looking for that
to-
research lab.
To the research lab. So you make it into the research lab, and you see all sorts of paraphernalia around the lab that are like, genetic cradles for like applying genetic modifications, and there's some stuff on the wall that's like, lower grade augment tech, things like that. It's very typical for what a major lab would have. Can everyone please make a perception vision skill roll for me?
Oh yeah.
Roll time. Roll time.
Oh yeah. Vision.
Ah!
Oh sweet.
Oh man.
13.
11.
14, 15.
I only
19.
10.
Oh wait, it's vision, right?
Yeah, vision. We get our modifiers.
15.
14.
That helps.
19.
19. All right, the 19 gets it. So, you're looking around the room, you see everything, and there's something your eye keeps catching briefly as it makes its way across the back wall of the lab, where it just doesn't line up quite right. And at first you think maybe it's an optical illusion, like maybe it's because these are like those white sterile lab walls that I just keep thinking it's not geometrically right. But every time you scan over it, you see it again, so you decide you're going to go over and do some investigation. And when you get over there, you actually find a small crease in one of the panels for the wall where it lines up, and it's just off ever so slightly.
Huh. In this particular section, it looks like this wall may be fake of some sort. It just doesn't line up correctly. Can I see if I can tap the wall, or like if I can see any sort of like heat signature, or see anything with my ocular vision of what's
Yeah.
up with this wall?
Use the eyeballs.
So you toggle your ocular implants to try to see if you can see anything behind what may be a false wall. And you don't, but you don't in a specific way, right? So normally your vision would sort of show you, not like X-ray vision, it won't just clearly show you what's through the wall, but like you have this clear sort of translucent effect where like you're seeing that nothing is behind the wall, and instead you have that sort of at the other edges of the lab. But when you look at this wall, it looks much more solid, meaning you're not seeing through it, which means there is likely something lining this wall that is preventing you from seeing through it.
Ooh.
Oh. It seems like there is something lining this wall, preventing us from entering. Do we know what's behind this wall? Like in the map, like what's
So
behind this particular?
there shouldn't be anything.
There shouldn't be anything, but
shouldn't be anything.
does it look like there's space?
I mean,
the
it
map
looks like
where
a
there
wall.
could
You
be
don't know what
something?
would be behind it. Like, in theory, it should be like nothing, right? But it doesn't make sense why they would line this specific wall and not the others.
There's no sort of input or switch I can jack into?
You're like running your hand along the side of it?
Oh yeah.
As you run your hand along the side of it, suddenly the wall shudders ever so slightly, and you pull your hand back, and then a door slides open, revealing what appears to be a lift behind it.
Well, I guess if all else fails, feel it up.
Okay. So I'll follow Celica into the room.
I take a step first just to tap the ground.
Yeah,
make sure it's solid before I walk in.
Yeah, it's an elevator. It's a normal lift. You step in and it feels solid.
Sweet.
There's a little panel on once you walk in and turn around. There's a little panel on the side.
All right. Yeah, I just want to make sure I don't plummet to my death.
Yeah.
Okay. GG, new character. All right. Great. So, all right, everybody get in. Looks like some sort of panel. Do I see any sort of buttons? Is there any sort of readout of what these potential...
There's basically two buttons, right? One on top, one on the bottom.
So up, down, or...
That's what it would imagine, and you know there's no floors above this, so...
All right, so going down.
So you press the lower button, the doors shut, and you begin to feel the lift descend. And it descends for a little while. Not crazy, but it descends for a little while. And then it finally slowly comes to a gentle stop, and the doors open, revealing another pristine, stereotypically white, sterile laboratory space. And inside, you see, this is a bigger lab. This is like the real lab, right? So you're starting to figure out the lab above is sort of a front. This is where the action's happening. And as you step off the lift with trepidation, looking around, trying to see what's down here, against one wall you see a number of tubes that appear to be frozen over, like cryogenically frozen, as though they were specimens. You can see rough shapes inside, but the glass is sort of fogged over and you can't get a clear look at what's inside. There's a number of these tubes against the wall. And then near the far corner, there are similar tubes, but they've been completely shattered.
That's what I was about to ask next. I was like, oh no.
Yes.
The lab's been tampered with. Watch your step.
Can I make a perception check to see if there's any sort of heat signatures down here, or if there's any glass that's making a trail towards...
So, all right, you're sort of two different things, right? The first is, are there heat signatures? That would be a perception vision roll. The second, you asked if there's any patterns or anything. That's perception investigation.
Got it.
So
I'll investigate.
You can do both, but they'll be different rolls.
Fine by me.
So first you're gonna look around. You're just scanning for heat signatures.
Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, baby. Let's see. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Okay, so you scan around, and there's some latent ambient heat just from the machines that are working. But you don't see anything like any blooms that would be indicative of life forms or anything. Now you can go ahead and make your investigation roll.
Damn. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, so as you sort of make your way slowly around the room and you come to those shattered cryopods, you realize that the pods shattered from the inside out. Mm. And as you walk around a row of desks and examination tables, you actually see blood smeared across the floor.
What kind of blood?
Is it just blood as in red human looking blood?
Red human appearing blood.
Huh. Looks like there's something
a significant amount of it. And it appears that some objects have been dragged across the floor because it smeared the blood, but there are no bodies that you can see.
Okay. Is there some sort of computer terminal I can look into to see what was here before, look at the research that was here before?
You can. So
yes, I can.
Go over to the computer console. This is going to be a computer's data retrieval roll.
All right, data retrieval. I'm so happy I bumped this up. $19.
Okay, so 19 is a good roll. Basically, you find a bunch of saved video log, like journal files for these scientists as they were going through stuff. And we won't get into the too nitty-gritty of what each one says, but the gist you get from this is that the major corporation has been struggling to keep up in a veritable arms race against other rival megacorporations like Griffin Gene Life and Splice Tech and all these other prominent megacorporations that deal with enhancements and modifications. And so in order to try to gain a competitive edge, in blatant violation of the Mobius Accords, which outlawed universally research on Rugosians for commercial and military applications, they came to this planet because they had discovered a dormant Rugosian nest. And they decided to capture some eggs to keep them in a controlled environment, study them, try to extract genetic material from them to potentially make genetic modifications that utilize some of the Rugosian strengths. As you start to do more exploring of the room, and as you wipe away some of the fog on some of these cryopods, you actually can see Rugosian hatchlings in various stages of metabolic growth, exhibiting certain of their unique phenotypic expressions, because Rugosians start in a universal hatchling form, and then as they develop based on the needs of the hive, we got a nice image here, as they develop based on the needs of the hive, they can go down a couple evolutionary tracks where they either become sort of soldiers, or they become shriekers, which can fly, gives them some aerial protection, or they can even become new queens, or even massive bioships that can actually carry other Rugosians. And so you see them sort of like exhibiting early stages of these unique growth patterns. Like one of the hatchlings has little nubs that like will eventually grow into wings. One of them has little nubs that will eventually grow into cutting scythe blades for arms and things like that.
I relay all this info. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful genetic material, but my goodness. Looks like we could be in a lot of trouble.
So now a very quick precursor. None of you have ever come face to face with Rugosian before. They're sort of like, monster fairy tales of like, yes, they exist, they exist, but no, you've never seen them and you don't know anyone who's ever seen them. But, they're on the news occasionally, or when you were in school, you were educated about like, oh, these things exist and they're very scary, and that the Centennium Empire wages a constant crusade against them on the edges of civilized space, but it hasn't really affected your life.
Why are they scary? Are they predators?
They are. They move from planet to planet, literally devouring all forms of life on the planet until it is nothing but a lifeless husk, and then they move on to the next planet. And on top of it, there is no way to track them because the way they travel from planet to planet is by literally ripping holes in space-time, which sometimes even destroys moons in the process, and just emerging in droves to invade planets and rain death and destruction. And sometimes when they leave, for reasons no one understands, they leave some behind that go into a dormant hibernation state to eventually potentially reawaken.
So, we see that, and we kill it. Okay. And hope we don't get hurt too.
Yes, they're terrifying. And what's worse is from these video logs, it appears that the colonists above had no idea that the reason Manger was interested in this planet was because there was a dormant Rugosian hive that was discovered. They thought they were just here to mine metals. And towards the end, as you're going through these video logs, eventually there was an incident where some of these specimens escaped, slaughtered some of the other scientists, and when they escaped, for whatever reason, because these scientists really don't even know that much about the Rugosians, somehow it awakened the dormant hive, which then invaded the colony.
In the recording, did I see like the thing break out of the cryo tube and then start
Yes.
to wah. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I like throw that into Scarlet and Zara's data pad, and I do like the rewind and play during the wah. Okay, I don't want to be like this.
Why do you keep playing it over and over
Play.
again?
And
Pause, rewind.
the thing that killed a couple of the scientists when it escaped was a hatchling.
Oh, that's a hatchling. Okay.
Baby did that?
Hatchlings are like cat-sized.
Oh.
These little worm-like things that have
Ew.
these mandibles that extend, and they've got these short little fangs that have a neurotoxin. They're not fun.
I'm showing us to make sure we don't end up like them. And if we see anything that looks like this, kill it immediately.
Are there any left here?
I look over at the cryo tube that has not been opened.
Oh yeah, so there are a couple that are still frozen. Yes.
All right.
Should we get rid of these before we try to make some sort of exit? Will these like come out and like attack us?
Yeah, to me that sounds like a 90-10 shot that we're gonna die, so I'd rather just not let it escape at all. Let's just get this crate and get off this planet.
Okay. But before that, in the machine, can I make sure that there's still coolant being shoved into the
Yes.
cryo tubes to make sure that
It doesn't look like it's going to run out anytime soon.
Okay,
and
great.
honestly, you're not even sure if the specimens in those pods are alive anymore.
Cool. Yeah, just want to make sure the coolant's still pumping and that kind of safe-ish.
250,000 kilocredits. 250,000 kilocredits. 250,000
Celestial
kilocredits.
Rigs 2.0. Celestial
Yes.
Rigs 2.0.
So again, knowing how bad these things are, it makes even more sense. The Mobius Accords were accords that were entered into by the Centennium Empire and the Yamato Empire, where they both unilaterally they agreed to a number of things, but one of the stipulations of the Mobius Accords was that we both agree we're never going to play with these things because they shouldn't be played with.
Okay.
And so this corporation is in direct violation of that. If that came out, it would not be good for the major corporation.
And I asked, Celica,
Yes?
what's the timestamp on that video? I wonder if they've grown since then. And how many did you see in the video? I didn't get a very good look at it.
Can I toss
The last-
that video segment with the
Yeah,
rewind
the
and
last-
dying like and then rewind and and then I look at the timestamp, but
So yeah, it looks like that happened a few months ago.
oh, maybe they did become grown-ups.
The other thing is, looking around here, you don't see the crate in question, or at least nothing that would appear to be the crate in question.
The area where the blood's going.
There's a door that leads somewhere.
Okay, so it looks like we need to go here, but look at down here, and then look at up here, and then look at down here,
Yeah.
and then look at us.
Unfortunately,
And-
I think that's a good sign we're headed in the right direction.
Okay. I have my combat throne ready, just in case.
What was that, Zara?
I said, let's just make it quick.
Yeah, maybe the metal body should go in front. Me?
Ah, yes, you!
Yeah.
Or I can send in one of my surveillance drones that I have in my bag.
That's preferable, actually.
What
No
if...
offense, drone.
No, it's fine. They're serving their purpose, and if I need to, I can fix it.
Yes.
Great.
Okay. So we back up. We back up from the door, and then let me look at my my drone commands real quick. I say police, and then the drone comes up.
Yep.
My surveillance drone pops up, and then I say, "I'll be watching you," and then
Zooming out.
sends it into that corridor with a bunch of blood.
Yes.
What do I see?
Okay, so it follows the blood trail for a while. It becomes a little spottier as it goes on, but there's still a blood trail. And it leads down. So once you exit this room, you're actually in the caves, but there's lighting along the floors. So it appears like they were doing actual research in the caves as well. And so every once in a while, like, you'll pass a little side area that has been sort of carved into the caves that they actually have like equipment and stuff, like little mobile field labs also. And so it goes zooming around, and it comes around a corner, and there's a flourish of movement.
Once I see the flourish, I begin to reverse.
I ready my weapon.
And Un momento.
De nada.
Where are your drones? Here, drones. Here we go. So you're using your surveillance drone at the moment?
Yeah, police.
Police surveillance drone. That's that. Okay.
That looks stolen.
Someone.
That's just the name.
Sure.
It's just the name.
I didn't see nothing.
Of course you didn't. It's a part of your business trade. Why would you?
That looks heavily discounted, I should say.
Probably discounted.
It looks heavily
All
discounted.
right. So
Hey,
your
come on.
your drone turns this corner and quickly tries to scan. And as it swivels around, it
Nope.
a brief flash of like a bluish purple coloration, and then something impacts it, and it jolts, and then the feed goes out.
Oh no! Can I attempt to make a contact again? See if it's at least there.
No, it's not responding at all.
So it died. Okay, no problem. I can make another one. So good news, bad news, and really sad news for me. I lost one of my favorite drones, police, but it's okay. But it looks like through this bloody massacre mess on the floor, we're headed into a cave, and then I relay all the information that I just saw from the drone.
So
But it looks like
your
something
drone just
is...
got smashed to bits, and we're
Yes.
gonna go into the place where it got smashed to bits.
Unfortunately, yes. But fortunately, credits. Maybe. I hope.
Particular credits. 200 particular credits.
It's enough for a new shop. It's enough for a new shop.
Yeah. I don't know why I want money right now. I think I just need purpose. Okay.
For your ship, so we can
We all
purchase
need
fuel
purpose.
and...
Yeah, but then what? No, I don't want to have an existential crisis right now. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you start making your way down in the direction that the drone went down. Again, you see similar these little mobile labs along the way, and then you get to the location where the drone went dark, and it's inside this room. There are lights flickering on and off, and you see the broken body of the drone laying near the doorway. And it looks like something sharp and heavy had cleaved like deep into it and left it there torn open.
Torn open.
Yes.
Corsair?
Yes.
Corsair.
So you call out to the Corsair and you hear this like, and you realize that there's no signal through the
Oh
the
no.
crust.
It's probably because of the metals.
Okay, I want to do an investigation on the drone and see if I can determine what did this.
All right, so you walk over to the drone and you kneel down and you start looking at it. Make your perception investigation roll.
Okay.
Can I also walk up to the drone and just collect its body and hold it like a baby?
Yes.
Police!
That's pretty good. Let's see. 16 plus 17, 18.
Okay, so you're looking at it, and it looks like maybe slight fragments of whatever hit it are still left, and you pluck a small chip out, and it appears to be like a bony, almost coral-like substance.
Organic?
Yeah, again, it's almost like a bone. It's similar to bone. It's not bone, but it's similar to bone.
And I immediately see the bone and do a detect sentience roll.
Nice! While she's doing that, can I just hold police and put it back in my equipment? So I can fix it later.
It's cute how attached you are to your machines.
I mean, they give me purpose, so they're like my children. No, they are my children.
I like that. I like that.
And I roll a 22.
Damn, girl!
Oh, I'm
No.
like specialized.
Specialized. Hashtag specialized.
That's so hands, man.
So Hans.
So all four of of Zara's eyes roll to the back of her head as she reaches out with her mind. And as you reach out with your mind, you start to... You see Celica's bright spot in the darkness. Basically, it's like a sea of darkness, and you start to find pings of light as you touch on sentience. And so you see Celica, right? And as you reach out into the room beyond, you touch on another sentience. You touch on another sentience. And then from the way you came, you touch on a sentience. And then from further down, there's another, and another, and another, and another. And these sentiences, they're not human. They're very alien, but you've touched alien minds before, and they're not like that either. They're cold, and they're singular. They have a singular purpose, and you realize what you're touching is a hive mind.
Oh
shit.
no!
I know. Guys?
Yes.
And as you say,
We're sitting ducks here, they're all around
as
us.
you say, guys, you're sensing the two sentiences near the back of the room moving up towards the two of them. The two of you, please make perception vision rolls.
Those two, not me.
God
But
damn.
you know where it is. You the way it works, you have a spatial awareness of the sentience to you. You know.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
13.
Hold on. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Okay. So, you glance over, so she's like, "Oh, guys," and you look at her, and you look the direction she's looking, and as you look the direction she's looking, there's the flickering lights, and in the flickering lights, you see these two creatures rising up from the shadows.
Oh no.
There is an image we can share of the Rugosian soldier.
Oh, okay. Oh, scary.
Scarlet, maybe we take a few steps back.
There's a human in there for scale, so you can see roughly.
I was like, is there a human?
Wait, so that rises right in front of us? Like two of them?
Yes, two of them from
Wow.
the darkness.
At least we know what happened to my poor
Yes.
little police.
Roll for initiative!
Oh
Okay.
I'm scared now.
Me
Okay,
too.
so remind me, initiative, I'm using which stats?
You're using your agility and wits together to determine the number of dice rolled, and the amount of dice you keep is equal to the higher of your agility or wits.
Mine are both 3.
So
Gonna roll
I need 8.
6 die and keep 3.
Awesome.
Okay.
So I have 8 die, and then I use my agility or my wits to.
Whichever is higher to keep.
Oh yeah,
Do we add anything to that?
You know, maybe I'll try
No,
Avery.
that's just a flat roll.
Okay, I'm a 12.
Alright, awesome.
Okay, let me see. Oh my god, 8's a lot. Okay. Right. 6. 7.
What'd you get, Heather?
I forgot again.
She hate that.
23.
26.
Wait, how did you guys get 20 in the 20s and I only got a 12?
Because they keep more dice than you.
I keep more than 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 5.
What?
It's based on the higher attributes. So Avril rolled 8 dice because she's got a 5 in one of her traits and a 3 in the other, so that's 8 together, and she keeps 5.
Oh.
Rolled 8 and kept 5. You rolled 6 and kept 3.
Man,
so
mine feels so low. I got like
I
half
had a
the
lot
amount.
of 5s. Yeah, after Heather and I did our practice round, we were like, oh shit! We almost died!
And you said you got an 18, Jess?
12.
12, I'm sorry.
So low.
So 26, 23, 12? Did I write that down correct?
Yes.
Alright, cool.
How is it
And-
half? That is.
I
It
literally.
seems like I did it wrong.
You didn't do it wrong because the soldiers rolled 8, so you didn't do it wrong.
Oh, okay.
They just have really stacked in those traits, really stacked.
Which is why I couldn't do anything to help you guys on the ship. Like, I was useless.
Right, specialized.
Specialized.
Specialized. So,
Oh god.
No.
26 goes first.
Hi. First thing I do is I back up.
Yeah.
Is there any sort of cover?
All right, so you're in combat now. Backing up, you're using action point, right?
Yes.
You get normally 3 action points per turn. Zara, it has 4 arms, which gives her an additional 2 action points per turn.
Cool. So one of my 3, I back up, find cover, like way behind me.
Yeah, so you basically go out of the door and duck behind the door.
Yeah, and then I grab out my combat drone. And then I say Torque's head, and then Torque's head comes up, and I look at Torque's head and I say, fix it. And then Torque's head goes into the room and stays at a reasonable distance, but ready to fire.
Sure.
And then can I use the last action to fire at this thing?
Yes.
With Torque's head.
All right, so what you're doing is you're just sending it a one-time command of basically fire at any Rogosian hostiles. And
Yes.
so after that, if you want it, you'll have to give it another command next round if you want it to like follow you if you're moving, but it will continue performing the initial command of attack any hostiles that you see.
Sounds good.
All right, so you give it its command. It does act on your turn, which means Torque's head will be attacking.
Cool.
What is?
So, if you can remind us how to attack again, that'd be great.
Yes, absolutely.
Aha, my drone controls. Give me an
You're like
extra
a mad
2.
scientist right now with your drone.
I love it!
So Torque's head will be the guinea pig. He will. It will go first. I don't know how it identifies. So
It's
it
an it.
has 5 in combat. So it will roll 5 dice. It has an agility of 5, which means it will keep all 5 of the dice it rolls. So I'm going to go ahead and roll that.
You're rolling Torque's head?
Yes, it has its own attack. So it rolled a 5, 2 2s, and 2 1s, which means it rolled an 11. It also has 3 specialty ranks and ranged weapons. So that 11 becomes a 14. Compare that to the Rogosian's defense. Let me just see. This is...
When you make an attack roll, is it agility or is it agility or strength?
So it's strength if it's melee, it's agility if it's ranged.
Okay.
Which in this case, it's using like a pulse laser rifle that's mounted to it. So
Yeah.
that's what it gets. The defense, TN of the soldier, is 9. So that is a successful hit, which means it deals damage. Its damage is a small pulse laser rifle that deals 2k1 fire damage. So I rolled a total of 5 damage. This particular Rogosian soldier does not have fire resistance, therefore it takes the full 5 damage.
Yes.
Okay, next up in the initiative is Zara.
Can I use 1 action point to move back? Would it be 2 to hide or like do half cover, or is that 1?
1 for a skill roll.
1 for a skill roll to.
So you're hiding, it's going to be 1 action point.
And I could still fight from my hidden position.
You would fire first and then hide.
Fire first, then hide? Okay.
Yeah.
Then
So you don't
I'm
give your position away.
I'm going to. Very true. I'm going to do. Let's take out my assault rifle. My assault rifle is my favorite weapon, and I'm gonna roll to blow their asses away.
So ironically, Zara is the least scared right now because she wasn't raised with boogeymen story of the Rogosians because the Vanadium Union has had limited exposure to the Rogosians. It's more of a human boogeyman at this point.
It's survival instinct, okay?
So you're just like, what is this thing? Make it dead!
Make it die! Okay, so I roll 5, I keep 5.
Scarface that thing.
Are you doing multi-fire? Are you doing single target fire? What are you doing?
Spray.
You're doing fire spray. All right. So 3 action points. You're going to attack both of them. That means you're going to be rolling a minus 4 overall.
Oh no! Oh, I should have.
Oh.
Just so I know, single fire or rapid fire are my other options?
Single fire or burst fire are your other options.
Can I do burst fire considering this is the first time?
That's against one target, and I believe it gives you a -1 to your roll. Let me just double check that.
And that would be 2 actions.
That is only 2 actions, yes. The third
But-
3 action points for attacking both.
Considering I have 5 actions total,
Get it, boo!
I'm gonna do that one.
You're gonna fire spray?
I'm gonna burst fire so that I can do 1 for 1, and then my
Oh,
second
and then
round.
right, gotcha. Okay, so your burst fire will require 2 shots, and will use 2 action points. It increases your damage by 1k1 on your damage roll, but it also gives you a -1 to your attack roll to hit the target. So
Damn.
you have a -1. You're attacking the one. I'm assuming that's already injured.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So hold on, I counted 20, and that is because I keep all 5.
Oh, hell yeah.
Plus 6, plus 7, plus 8.
Nice.
Okay, 28.
Yeah!
-1 is 27.
You
Yeah.
definitely overkill hit this thing's defense. Go ahead and roll your damage. So normally your assault rifle deals 3k2. It deals an additional 1k1 for burst fire, which means you're rolling 4k3.
Okay. Come
Whoa,
on.
4k3, hell yeah.
Oh, it's not that great.
This thing has already been
damage.
damaged, though, right?
11 points of damage.
All right, so this thing already took some flaming bolts from the combat drone, and then Zara
Horse
sort of
head, excuse me.
straightens herself up, takes out her assault rifle, and like Scarface, say hello to my little friend, and just starts to fire off, and you hear shells bouncing off the ground as bullets tear through this Rogosian soldier, and it just like green blood hisses out of it. It just
Dang.
collapses onto the floor with a shriek, and the second one just roars in anger.
Good shot!
Woo! Zara! Yes!
This
Alright,
is why
so-
we have Zara!
2 action points. 2 action points. You used 1 to move, which means you still have 2 action points.
Damn,
Okay,
that extra arm.
I know,
Ooh.
I know, I
I
know.
kind of
Burst
want
fire.
some now.
Can I burst fire the second one? All right.
First fire the second one, so let me grab one more.
Do
shot.
it, Heather.
You're
Hell
a
yeah.
human who's like who really doesn't want to be a human based on their companions. we got many arms, we got a
Ooh.
hardy skeleton.
I'll take arms, I'll take legs. Give me that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was rolling 5. Keep 5 plus. Which one is it? 6. So keep 1. So, add 1. I'm sorry.
Will my action cost 2 points shooting my gun?
A standard attack is 2 action points. Yeah,
Okay.
17.
that is a hit. Roll.
Yes! Oh! Woo!
You
Do
only
it
have
again,
to-
do it again!
You only have to hit a 9 or better to hit the soldiers.
Okay, and the assault rifle is 3k2?
3k2. If you were burst firing, it goes up to 4k3. Which you can do. It was the same. It's the -1 to hit, and then
Well, since I was gonna say, since I don't necessarily have to move, and I haven't moved quite yet, I just intended to. Could I exchange that for a 3?
fire spray. You can, yes. And even though it's the only target in range for you, you still do the extra damage, which means you would deal an extra 2k2 instead of 1k1.
So
Dang.
wait,
That increases you to. It's normally 3k2, 4k3, 5k4.
oh my!
5k4!
And this is why you keep me around.
Zara,
Okay.
just kill them all for us, could you? Just real
I
quick.
mean,
Take care of this.
Just get rid of
there's
them.
more reasons why we keep you around, but you're the muscle here.
You're next, Regalian.
Come on.
Time I need to pull out my gun?
17?
I don't know.
17 damage?
Yeah.
Right. So the first spray of bullets was only like 3 or 5 bullets. It was like a very quick like brap, 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 and it dropped. And then emboldened by the fact that she dropped one, she turns and then it's just like oh, and just now again it's going crazy, right? Bullets are just whizzing by. And just literally turn the thing into Swiss cheese, and it screeches, and one of its scrapes the wall as it goes down, and it just falls to the ground dead.
Scarlett's halfway through taking her submachine gun out and looks up in awe and shrugs, smiles at herself, and puts it right back.
Celica peeps from behind the door and looks over at Scarlett, seeing Scarlett putting back their submachine gun, and I say, "So, Team Tattoo is still open if you like."
You're convincing me.
It is cool.
Yeah.
I think she likes us now.
Jackhammer. Maybe. I think so.
So Zara, you sense the other sentiences, rather than rushing towards you, they withdraw.
Okay. And I relay that message to everyone. And I'm like, I think we might have taken out their leaders because everybody else is just gone. I can't sense them around us anymore.
Good. You scared them.
Okay.
Right.
I called Thor's head.
This is a good opportunity for a very quick bio break. Let's do a quick intermission, and then we will pick up.
Yo, I just got lit too.
Good cliffhanger.
Okay, everybody. We will see you soon.
Bye!
All right, welcome back. Just before the break, our intrepid adventurers had just dispatched quite masterfully 2 Rugosian soldiers in the belly of this subterranean research facility. I say our intrepid adventurers, I think most of the heavy lifting, though, was done by our Parboran, Zara, who, despite having potent psionic powers, instead decided to go full-on Rambo with an assault rifle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gun
Boo.
down these fearsome creatures.
Yes, boo.
So, where we pick up, the 3 of them are standing just outside this ancillary room where the lights are flickering on and off. There's now these 2 bodies of Rugosian soldiers strewn about the floor, laying in puddles of their own entrails and gore, ichor. So go ahead and make a perception vision skill roll.
All of us?
All of us?
All of us?
Jinx!
Okay.
Okay.
Can we do it cooperatively? We just put our faces next to each other.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Scan the room.
9.
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell if we're having any fun here. No fun is being had at the moment.
Ooh! Man, I love these implants. Ooh! Woo!
All right, what do we get?
19.
This is hearing?
Vision.
Oh, 16.
Okay.
17.
All right, all of you see this. So in this room, there's a bunch of, again, equipment. There's a bunch of like research tables laid out with some specimens carved up on them and whatnot. And then in the far corner of the room, you see a very large crate. And the crate appeared to have been damaged. This room, unlike the other lab, which was largely intact with the exception of those burst cryopods, all of these mobile facilities have just been completely tossed. You know, some of the tables have been smashed in half, and, you know, again, there's blood all over the walls and stuff. It seems like this is where the main battle of whatever happened to the colonists took place. So in the far corner of this room, there's this large crate, and the crate has been all but destroyed. But on the side of the crate, still intact, you can see through the flickering lights, is the word Osiris.
Sorry, I have a squeaky toy in the background here. Osiris, we recognize that from something?
So as we discussed a little bit in Act 1, the Osiris Project is this top secret project that was working on innovating a way to scan and upload the consciousness of living beings into machines.
And I'm familiar with this, correct?
Correct, through
Excellent.
your time on the Darknet.
And I relay that information. I say, look, this is what we're looking for, the Osiris Project. It uploads living beings into the web, and this is some cutting edge stuff. This is it. Let's go pick it up. Yes. I call my Torque's head. Follow. And then.
So the large combat drone follows you and zooms in.
How heavy does this thing look? Like how?
It looks fairly heavy. Like the 3 of you could slide it along maybe, but it would be difficult to extract it. However, when you get close, you can actually see clear into the crate now, and inside the crate appears to be an android.
Okay, so
But
as an
the android has been critically and completely destroyed by whatever destroyed this crate. But the 3 of you have seen the news periodically, and for a while the entire on Bandor, which is where you all spent a lot of time, the news cycle was completely focused on the disappearance and then eventually the discovery of the body of the daughter of Martin Alabaster, Drea Alabaster, and peering into this torn open crate, a similar tear pattern to what happened to your surveillance police drone, Celica, but on a larger scale. It seems like whatever did this was larger. Peering through this large gash in the side of the crate, you see that the android has the face of Drea Alabaster.
So, this is even better than before.
Better? Better than what?
This is Drea. This is the Alabaster daughter who's supposed to, be the next one in line.
Oh, I didn't know she was an android.
I did not know that as well.
Are we sure that she... What kind of creature is Alabaster?
A human.
Alright, she's human. So, why would there be an android with her face on it?
This must be related to what the Osiris Project is. Is there a way for me to, tap into the android?
Yeah, is there also anything that I can do as an android natively?
Can I recover...
There's nothing specific to androids interacting with other androids aside from anyone who can interact with other tech. Celica, you sort of reach in, you connect your data jack to jack into the android as if you would be doing some deep coding or something. But when you attach it, there's nothing in there. It's unprogrammed. It's just a shell.
Huh. Looks like there's no one home.
This is quite morbid.
Yes.
It's like looking at a corpse.
Yes. Poor android body.
Let's just drag her back onto Corsair and we'll figure it out from there. But I don't want to stay here too much longer.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, okay.
I got it. I got her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, these arms aren't made for... Yeah.
Alright, so you're gonna rip open the crate and pull the sundered android out. It's only half a body left, and you just pull it out.
Yeah.
Oh, half!
I'll carry her like a child.
A backpack.
No, like
Sure.
a child, like in front of me,
There is also an electronic panel on the side of the crate that you could try to access also.
Okay, cool. I'll access.
Alright, so you quickly access it. Give me a quick code breaking skill roll.
Nope.
So this is computer use, intellect, code breaking.
So excited because I have a 6 mod on this. Oh, yeah. Oh, this game. 22, 23, 24.
We like big rolls.
28.
Like lots of clickety-clack dice.
Oh, yeah. 28, baby.
28. All right, you destroy the security protocols. You just, noogie him on the way in. And,
wow, this is so weak.
your coding is weak.
Yeah, your coding of the layout looks like shit, but here, let me fix it for you.
So you just obliterate, you completely devastate this security coding, and
you're making fun of the UX UI design of this thing.
I will say, as I'm married to a programmer and software developer, knowing what he knows and what he's seen helps.
Yeah. So the most important piece of information you gather here, one, the name of the person who initiated the creation of this android is not Martin Alabaster. It is Matthias Werner. You also learn the facility of origin that the crate came from, and you're able to extract the location. It's a location outside of a settled system. It's just in deep space. There is an Osiris Project space station.
Osiris Project space station in deep space. Okay.
This crate came from Matthias Werner.
I don't understand. I thought he was supposedly responsible for her disappearance.
I thought so too, but it looks like maybe we have the wrong information, and it seems to be that maybe Matthias was helping Drea.
Okay, so this what the given circumstances that we have is that the Osiris Project is trying to create immortality. It is an Alabaster Megacorp venture.
Yes.
I also... Would it be plausible for Scarlet to guess that it is a Ghostwalker?
Yeah, I mean that seems to be the connection you're making here. Is that maybe Drya is not quite as dead as everyone imagines. Her organic body was found, but the Osiris Project, again, the taking its name from the Egyptian god of the dead and mummification, the idea is that maybe her consciousness has not been completely destroyed.
So I wonder if Mateus helped her.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking
Guy
as
on the
well.
inside.
Yes, and it looks like the facility of origin is outside of a settled system, somewhat in deep space. Looks like there's some sort
It is
of...
within the same cluster, but basically it's in the deep space between stars.
Secretive.
Yes, in Osiris Project space station.
And it ended up here. How long has it been since her disappearance, Dan?
5 years.
Oh, okay. It's been
Yeah.
so it's been long enough for a lot to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
I'm putting all the pieces together in my notes right now.
Just to remind, Celica, you used to work for...
Aladdin.
And I go, you work for Aladdin. Is there anything that you recognize about this android or about any of the tech?
Do I recognize the android?
Any of the tech, like, have you heard of this Ghostwalker? Have you heard of this Ghostwalker thing?
Only through just the research projects, but I never even thought it was a thing.
You wished it was.
Huh?
You wished it was.
I wished it was.
It's a dream come true. You could be an android.
I could be an android. I wanted it, but it didn't seem possible. So.
Well, now you know it is. We just have to somehow.
Yes.
Well, if we can get to the bottom of this piece of tech that is actually a human brain inside of an android, then maybe we can get some information on how you can do it too.
I would really love that. Then, if you want, I can give you some of my parts that I use, and we can get those for half off for other customers that can't afford it. They're still in good shape.
I don't know if human parts would be good for me.
No, I have a lot of tech and cybernetic enhancements as well.
Ah, okay. Yeah, well,
These are the good parts. The human parts, not so good.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. All right, let's get back to the ship. And as we head up, I'll keep trying to reach Corsair. Corsair, come in.
So you keep trying, but again, whatever it is here is limiting your ability to communicate. So you make your way back to the lift, and you head up to the main floor of the facility. And you're starting to make your way to the man, wow, my brain is completely blanking here.
Caffeine.
The Scarlet Corsair?
Yeah, but the oh my
The
goodness.
research lab? The laboratory?
The depressurization, your airlock. Oh my
airlock,
goodness.
yes.
Wow.
I stumbled on that too.
Yes, so you're making your way to the airlock that you came in.
Making a way.
And you're still wearing your exosuits, or you need to change into them? You're still wearing them.
I'm still wearing it, yeah.
You're still wearing them. Okay, good. So you're making your way to the hatch when suddenly you hear a rending, squealing, crunching sound, and a bone-like scythe, a huge bone-like scythe, literally cracks and crushes its way through the side of the facility, tearing back and away, and oxygen begins to rush out of the opening that this massive claw just made.
Go, go,
We gotta
go,
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 we
go,
gotta go, we
Corsair!
gotta go, we gotta go, we
Corsair,
gotta
come
go.
in! Start the engines now!
Yes, Captain.
Oh my.
You hear the comforting, familiar voice of Corsair
Oh.
over the speaker as you
Corsair.
begin to run.
Engage emergency
down.
protocols, close the airlock.
All right, so which airlock are you closing?
The one that's
facility?
damaged.
Okay. So it says airlocks have been secured, but as you continue to run, again, a claw smashes its way through the side of the facility, tearing down, cutting and rending, and again, atmosphere escapes through this massive gash.
Go, 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 go!
And this time, as you run past the gash, you catch this fleeting shadow, this massive shadow towering over you that passes by the gash that it made.
Oh, we're still in the facility. Sorry, I thought we
You're
made
in
it
the
to.
facility.
I thought we made it
No,
to
no,
our
yeah.
airlock. Got it.
No,
Got it.
you're still in the facility.
Um.
And it's heading in the direction of the airlock you're heading in.
Got it. Okay.
Crap.
I'm like, can Scarlet throw it?
Corsair, do you have anything you can shoot at this thing?
Bringing weapons online.
Yes. Oh my god, I love this ship.
Oh, yes, me too.
Okay.
All right, so as you give it that command, you're heading to like that main initial area where you first entered through the airlock.
Sweet.
And as you skid around the corner into this sort of open little atrium area, you hear another rending, crushing sound, and the ceiling buckles for a moment, and then rips completely open, and standing, if you can call it that, over you is this purplish, bluish, slug-like alien creature with this bony head crest. There's the image there. This bony head crest and these massive bone-like, core-like sights. You are face-to-face with a gargantuan Rogosian queen. It rears back, it looks down at you, and its mandibles stretch out to the side, revealing a gullet full of sharp, spiny teeth as it roars down at you, sending spittle and gore flying towards you.
I don't have enough bullets for this. Let's go, guys.
Corsair, shoot now!
Okay.
Wait, I picked up a grenade. Can I throw the grenade? I'm gonna throw the grenade at his ass, guys.
We're going to keep the same original initiative, so you are acting first, Celica.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. I start to run towards the ship's airlock, and then at the same time I
So
tell...
this thing is situated between you and your ship at the moment.
Yeah, I'm running towards that, but like
You're gonna try to like run under the thing's claws.
yeah.
as you
At the
run?
same time, I say Torque's head, fix it, and that's its command to like fire as
All
I'm
right.
running. And Torque's head is gonna maneuver away, like the opposite direction. So it's like ooh, and then fire.
Yeah, so Torque's head like zooms up into this thing's face and like drifts to the side, and it's just like pew, 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 as it slides to the
Be
side.
okay, my baby.
And the Rogosian queen roars angrily as it's peppered with these little bolts of plasma.
I yell and I use my action, the rest of my action as I'm trying to get into the airlock. Am I able to make it underneath while while Torque's head is like attacking or distracting? this
Yes,
thing?
you're gonna be able to quickly jolt underneath.
Okay, great. And I'm gonna keep going, but I use my last action to yell back and be like, "Go, go, go!"
So it is now Zara's turn.
Sorry, I got so excited before I jumped you. Okay, I'm actually gonna try my psionic ability and see
Nice.
if I can mind blade them.
Ooh!
Neener them.
Neener.
Neener.
I love it. That sounds tight.
Okay.
Oh, sounds so sick.
Alright, forgive me, this is the first time rolling this. 4, I keep 4. Oh, that's not bad. Alright. 20.
Whoa!
Okay, so you do successfully Mind Blade it. Roll your damage. You're an Inquisitor, so you roll 2k1 damage.
Roll 2, keep 1?
Roll 2, keep 1. It's not a lot of damage, but the benefit of psionics is that there's no way to reduce that damage.
So 5.
And it is dealt to the mental health pool, not the physical health pool.
Okay, 5.
You rolled 5. That's a good roll. Okay. All right. So you reach out with your mind to sense this thing's mind, and you find it, and it is vast. It is a pool of roiling, primal darkness, just hate incarnate, just hunger. This is a pure incarnation of a predator, and you feel it, and for a moment you withdraw, but then you feel another presence, a presence that you felt when you were younger, the calming presence of your grandmother, the Oracle, who helped teach you to hone your abilities. And she taught you that when you reach out to use your psionic powers, it's not just you that is reaching out. You're manipulating this quantum resonance that exists in all living things, and that's what you're drawing on. So that she told you should never be afraid when you reach out to use your abilities, because it's not just you. You're drawing on this living life force around you that's bigger than you and stronger than you. And so you're bolstered by that confidence, and you lash out at this darkness. You imagine like a fiery lash striking out to illuminate the darkness, and you hit this thing's mind, and it roils. Whereas the combat drone that was shooting at it, you got the impression that maybe it was doing something, but like clearly this thing is armored, it's heavy, it's large. This was like tickling it, and it was like nothing. And then you strike it, and when you strike it, it reels. You feel that darkness recoil in anger and roil as you strike at it in a meaningful way, and it roars at the sky and shakes its head, trying to get you out of its head.
Okay, and with that, I center myself, and with everything I've learned from my grandma, I concentrate and Mind Blade him one more time.
Roger that. You do have the action points to do it.
Oh, arms! Oh! Oh!
Oh, I missed one. Hold on, I only rolled 4. I gotta get one more. Okay, I'm horrible at math, guys. So I keep 4. Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Hope they're all 6s.
19 to hit.
This time you don't.
Oh,
So
damn, 20?
This thing's mind, you're used to touching minds, and usually when you touch them, they have a sense of scale that is similar to yours. When you touch this, it's bigger. It's harder to get a handle on. So the first time, you have the impression that maybe you caught it by surprise a little bit. Like you were able to lash into it and it wasn't expecting it. And this time, as you try to reach out and touch it, it recoils and it moves around you. It feels more liquid, and it's harder to really get your hands around it to squeeze it and harm it.
Would I know from that, would I know enough to think that that's the hive mind that he's connected to right now? He or she is connected?
Well, so the queen's mind, once you've touched the queen's mind, you realize that is the hive mind. All the other Rugosians essentially are drones to a queen, whatever the queen rules the nest. And their sinister intelligence is the intelligence that controls the hive.
Okay, and do I have one more action point?
You use 4, yes, you have one more.
Can I tumble away or run away? Just try.
You can attempt to tumble. So if you're going to make a tumble check, basically what tumble the action in combat does is it reduces incoming damage by half. But you have to make a successful tumble roll against a target number. If you have the acrobatic advantage, that target number is 15. If you do not have the advantage, the target number is 20.
What's the acrobatic advantage?
I think you might have it. You do. Literally, it does 2 things. One, it gives you a bonus to balance and tumble, a +2 modifier to balance and tumble. And the second better ability of the acrobat advantage is it reduces the TN from tumbling to reduce damage from 20 to 15.
Yes.
Oh, man.
So Scarlet does have acrobat.
Okay.
That's like 10 CP.
And I had it and changed.
Oh! Don't you hate that?
Agility. I didn't realize that. Damn it. Okay, well then.
Alright, so you're just gonna run at this point.
Yeah, unless I have to tumble and then I try to run and tumble while I'm trying to run.
So you do make a run. You make a go for it, and then that is up to Scarlet's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna use 2 CP to make an attack with my submachine gun. So I'm gonna roll my 4 in athletics. And keep my agility because it's a ranged weapon, right? So keep 3.
Yep.
Okay, so that's a 16 plus 2. No, not plus 2.
This is your ranged weapons. You don't have any modifiers in it.
Yeah. So it's a 16 to hit.
All right, and that is against the Rugosian Queen, which has a defense. The defense is 18, but this is where size difference comes in. You're shooting at something much larger than you, which means it's much easier for you to hit it, and vice versa. It means it's harder for it to hit you because you're much smaller than it. So with the size differential, it is a -3 to its defense for every size category above you, and it is several size categories above you.
Oh,
so
wow.
if you hit.
Okay, so the damage on this gun is 2k2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I rolled snake eyes!
Oh no!
Ah, shit.
Regardless, this thing has really bony, corally armor. You wonder how much damage you could realistically do with this weapon anyway, but as you shoot it, it just sort of bounces harmlessly.
Oh man.
No. Oh,
okay,
no.
so...
See the sparks as the bullets ricochet off of its hide.
Yeah, Scarlet pulls out her gun, takes a couple shots, sees that ricochet, and goes, "Oh shit," and does a tumble as she continues her sprint towards the airlocks.
Sure. So you're gonna make your athletics, agility tumble roll.
Yes. Okay. So that's 16 plus 5, 21.
21, so you definitely hit the required 15. So you go booking, and basically as this thing's shifting around, you're doing like cartwheels and aerials and just getting out of its way, using your advanced spatial awareness and athletic ability.
Freaking Simone Biles here on the floor.
Now it is its turn.
Is there any kind of dash mechanic?
Meaning, can you move more than once? The answer is you have a lot of freedom with action points. Good question. So if you wanted to, you could use all 3 of your action points to just move 3 times. And in fact, for every time you move beyond the first, you actually get a defense bonus because you're moving faster, and therefore it's harder for projectiles and things to hit you.
So I
That makes
used
sense.
3 out of my 4 action points, right? Because I did a skill roll and then I used 2 on
So
my
normally you
combat
get
move.
3 action points unless you have something grants you additional ones. So
Oh, okay.
You have 3 action points. Zara has 5 because she has 2 armed, which gives you 2 additional action points.
And Silica has 4 or 3?
3.
Celica has
You have 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But my drone, I used that action to summon my drone, then my drone can do a thing.
Yeah, there's a few things that does give you 1 extra. I believe cheetah DNA, I'd have to look it up. But there's a few things that just throws you an extra action point.
Corsair, shoot the queen now!
Yes, Captain. You hear a spooling up of a chain gun as it starts to fire.
Oh my goodness.
Fire at the queen.
Yes.
Come on, kill this little thing. Dude, Starship Troopers in my head right now. Gah, 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 gah. Would you like to know more?
So the bullets fly. These pneumatic bullets fly through the space between and ricochet off of some of the facility's walls. They seem to maybe graze the queen, but they don't really get purchase in the initial salvo.
You can't aim better than that, Corsair. I know it's been a while, but we need your help.
I have limited firing capabilities. I am used for flying the ship primarily.
Corsair, this is life and death situation. Unlimit yourself and get your ass over here.
Yes, Captain. Meanwhile, it is the queen's turn, so you're all moving.
Nope, cancel queen, nope.
You're all moving. You run past her. Scarlet flips past her. You're all making your way past her, and the queen turns angrily at all of you running. Now, she doesn't know which of you tried to burn her brain, but she's not pleased, to say the least. The last one through the door was Scarlet, which becomes the first and easiest target that she can attempt to kill. So...
My tank of us.
My corpse head isn't distracting.
I'd rather she hit me than any of you.
Oh, good. No,
Okay.
So my body points are my hit points?
Yes.
Okay.
So she definitely hits you.
Oh no. Oh no.
Is...
I don't like that face,
Me
Dan.
neither. I don't like how you're thinking about it.
I know. I don't like that exhale.
If it was only one die, you wouldn't be taking this long.
Yeah, for real. It's kind of like you do the super hard yoga pose and you go.
Okay, this was a big hit.
No.
The queen actually rolled a critical success on her attack against you, which means she gets to ignore your DR and deals additional damage, which was not great.
And I can't take
not
it.
Awesome. So
there's no distraction with Tort's head.
There's a good thing. There's a good thing here, though.
Okay.
There's a positive. The positive here is that you had tumbled, which means you do get to divide the damage by half, and that will save your life.
My god.
Yes, that is really good. So
I got
here's what happened.
17 body points. My lucky number. How lucky will it be?
So the incoming damage without being reduced by tumble was a whopping 19.
Oh!
However, your tumble divides the damage by 2 and it rounds down. So you take 9 damage. As this thing you're like, hoo, ha, ha! And this thing's sweeping claw comes around, hits you just as you're about to leave the facility, and knocks you clean through the facility's wall as you're tumbling across the rocky surface of the planet. You can tell that, like, you were flipping at just the right moment, that rather than catching a blade that would have likely sliced you in half, you caught, like, the top half and got batted through the wall instead.
Oh, no.
And so your aerial saved your life, ultimately, as you bounce across the substrate.
Does it knock me further away from the airlock that I'm headed towards?
You don't need to go through the airlock because you went out the wall. So you're now outside of the facility, laying on the rocky surface, blinking at the stars.
Oh my goodness. Oh Jess, no.
But I'm closer to the ship now?
It looks like, look, there she is. Look, there's Scarlet just right there, right
You're like
beside
looking
me.
over your shoulders as you run to make sure the queen's not attacking you. You see Scarlet, and Scarlet like flips and flips the birds like, ha ha, oh no! Gets slammed through this wall and bounces like a lime drive across the rocky surface. And then the queen turns and just smashes your combat drone into a million pieces, batting at it.
No!
There's like a little explosion and then parts fly around as it bats it, and it roars victoriously.
Well, that sucked. Jess, you're not dead, right?
No, she's not dead.
No, I'm
she's
not
dead. She
Okay,
had
cool.
17.
I'm half
She had
dead.
17. Without
Without
the tumble, she would have been reduced to a negative number and would have needed a repair check.
Oh my god.
But she's okay currently. Battered, bruised, taking a penalty, I believe. Yes, should be, right?
Yeah, looks like it.
So...
Yeah, I think you're severely injured. I think
I
that's
am.
a minus.
Holy shit! That's -3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, so like you stand up and like some of your parts like you're like twitching, sparking a little bit, like you got
this.
slammed.
I don't like this. Celica! Celica!
Alright, I'll fix it!
Alright. Top of the initiative goes to Celica.
I am scared. As Avril. No, as Celica and Avril.
So top of the initiative.
Alright. How far is Scarlet away from me?
I'm
like literally at the airlock area of the Corsair.
So you could run towards her or you can run towards the ship. You can tell that Scarlet is still intact enough that she can make it to the ship. Like her legs are still fully functional, she can bolt if she wants to. Yeah. There's also not much you can do for her right now.
Okay. Can I ask something?
Sure.
Can my repair drone repair Scarlet?
Not again. That's more of an extended action. That's an extended action repair. So there's triage and there's long-term repair, right? So
Okay.
triage as a medical skill or repair skill is just to get someone to 1 if they fall below 0, and that's really all you can do in combat. You're not going to repair positive BP or MP in combat. That's a long-term skill after the fact, that when you have more downtime, you can spend time repairing someone over, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, whatever it takes. That's a long-term healing effect.
Cool. Another question.
Yep.
Can I use my repair drone to pick up the pieces of my Torque's head?
Sure, yes. You can use an action point to send the command of save Torque's head, and it'll zoom over and stuff.
Yeah, okay, cool. So I'll RP that real quick. I pop my repair drone and yell, regulator, mount up. And it'll go and pick up the bodies.
Zooming over to pick up the pieces.
Of Torque's head, and yeah. Oh shit. Okay. I run halfway towards Scarlet, and I just say, "Get up! I will stab you with this really nice injection that will give you a lot of health."
I'm trying.
Oh god. Yeah, that's all I can do, right? Because I can't get to her, right?
Yeah, and again, you don't really need to. She's functional enough that she can, on her turn, she'll be able to continue running.
Not from that sound!
If I could feel pain, I would be in pain.
Okay. Well,
you might be able to feel pain. It depends on how
programming.
I can feel emotional pain.
If you're meant to pass as human, likely you have pain receptors.
Oh shit!
Oh!
Okay, I will fix it.
Suga!
Yeah, I'll fix it.
God!
But get we'll go. And I yell all that, and then I say, "Zara, be safe! You better be safe!" And then
okay, puppy.
I'll make my way over to the airlock and just like flag us down. And I yell Corsair like.
So Celica titters for a moment, and then trying to figure out what to do. And then
I don't know. I'm scared.
Jolts for the starship.
But yeah, I yell at Corsair and be like, "Prepare for takeoff. Yeah. We're bouncing soon." But fuck up this motherfucker.
Zara is next.
All right, and I'm going to.
Oh my god.
I'm going to use my actions to run over to Scarlet. And can we cooperatively attempt to pick her up or help her?
Again, you really don't need to, and you're moving in that direction doesn't give you enough space from the queen.
Oh, damn.
You're better off bolting.
Okay, then
Scarlet will be able to reach the ship in time.
Run as quickly as I can and use all of my actions to get
Yes, exactly. 3 run actions, you're bolting. Scarlet, it's up to you.
Okay, I'm running.
Yes. All right. So you basically kick flip up, and then you just start to bolt as fast as you can.
Oh God. Yeah, and I will use all my actions to book it.
All right. So you're running, and as the 3 of you are running, the queen slithers forward towards you, and you hear this strange sound start to rise up inside of her.
I just want to see her again really quick.
It's like it's this retching sound, and her chest heaves a little bit, and then she rears back, her mandibles spread wide, and she vomits what looks like acid that splashes the ground and sizzles around you.
Oh no, not
all right, all of us
on an android.
In your general direction, however, I believe it comes up short. Let me just make sure.
I mean, I think it does. Yeah,
I think
like
it does.
I totally
never hit. No.
yeah, I totally trust you, Dan. It does come up short.
Yes. Yes, because of the defense bonus, because you're using multiple move actions, it does come up just shy, like licking at your heels. This bubbling, spinning, barely misses, and the queen roars in anger at that happening. And then,
Does anybody else have chills? Like, I have chills on all my scales. That's what
I don't
Alright,
like the
and
sound
then-
of that dice.
That's a lot.
Seeing Scarlet taking up the rear, it decides that she's the easiest target still. Sorry, Scarlet. And she will
It's alright.
attempt
You can. I can be fixed.
I'll fix you. I'll fix you.
I'm assuming, so one of your actions can be a tumble roll. There's no downside to it, and it counts as a normal full movement. So
Okay.
why don't you make your tumble roll?
So I could. So you said that I can use. It's 2 action points to do the dash movement, or the
Well,
two.
so a normal move is 1 action point. Is a normal move. Tumble, I believe, is 2. Yes, tumble is 2 action points.
Oh, it is? Because I used
Yeah.
it last time, and I had also attacked.
That's a bank error in your favor. Bank error in your favor.
Okay, yeah, I thought skill checks were only 1.
We you know what we call that in our normal group? We call that the TS rule, the tough shit, Dan. It already happened, so
Okay,
bank
so
error in your favor.
so are skill rolls 2 points or 1 point?
A skill roll is normally 1 point.
But a tumble
and
isn't
an
a skill?
attack is 2. A tumble it's a special combat action, so it counts as 2.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, so I'm gonna do a tumble.
And then run. So that's a total of 3 points.
So
But
double
you-
running doesn't do me any good.
It does. And triple running gives you a defense bonus also, but it doesn't give you the half damage.
And you're saying better to survive than move
Better
fast.
to survive than move
Got
fast.
it. Got it. Okay. Oh, rolling better now. 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
That's full tumble. So this thing, after spitting acid and missing all of you, it roars angrily. It's very upset, and its chest puffs up again. This time a little differently. It seems almost like it's building up gas of some kind inside of it, and then it starts to shudder, muscle contractions, and every time it shudders, you hear. And you realize after the first couple, you start to
Oh
see
shit.
scattering around you. It's firing little bone spikes at you as you run.
Oh, no.
And sha-ta-ta-ta, one of them does hit you. All right, so that's 10 damage incoming. It was not a critical, which means your DR does apply, which is 8 DR. You're very solid. And so you only take 2 damage.
Oh my
And
god.
it's halved because I
And
tumbled,
it's
right?
halved, so you actually only take 1 damage, which basically means, again, it's like these bony spikes like scraping off the ground around you, and one of them would have been a direct hit. You sort of spin as it comes in and it just like grazes you.
I grab my
Scratching
Orin.
your armor.
I grab my Orin dog tag and kiss it. Keep running.
Yeah, alright, you keep rolling and running and you're making back to ship. So at this point, the ship has fully come online, it's come to life, and it starts to, it takes off the ground and starts to, at an angle, fly towards you, and as it flies towards you, the loading ramp drops to sort of scoop you up as you go, as you guys are running. So do me a favor, everybody make an athletics roll to sort of jump into the ship as it goes.
Oh man, athletics roll.
Yeah.
Oh no. Come on, BB.
Nice.
Give me some good shit. Oh no.
Any modifiers to that?
If you have your jump skill specialty or any ranks like that or anything else.
Okay. Jump, so 6. I have 17.
10.
Okay, that's good.
And I'm jumping 2, so I'm gonna keep my agility, which is +3.
Thank God I got the athletics modifier.
Corsair. Soon as
What'd you
we
get?
get up.
Anyone who got at least a 10
Me.
is good.
Woo!
Especially because Corsair at this point is maneuvering to try to catch you as it flies along, so it's helping you out along the way. So you're running towards it.
Where's the body?
2, 3, you jump in.
I had the body.
Are you carrying it?
Do I still have the body and all that?
Are you flipping with it?
You still have the body. You're no longer gingerly carrying it.
It's just like a potato sack over my shoulder.
It's flapping around as you And so you all jump into the ship one at a time, and as it continues to fly, it's now, because again, it was flying in the direction of you and the Queen. The Queen rears up to attack the ship, and Corsair actually maneuvers to swing the tail of the ship around, which clocks the Queen right in the kisser as it spins around, and then turns the engines on and blasts its way away from the Queen, who roars in defiance as it does.
Oh my goodness.
I love this ship!
Oh, I love it! Oh, this beautiful advanced AI technology. I love it. I want some of it. I want it in my brain.
We told you we get you a ship. We got you the best damn ship that ever existed.
Yeah. I love it.
So about that group tattoo now.
The three of you have collapsed in the cargo bay as the door closes and the ship rockets its way.
Wait, the regulator's here too.
Yes,
with
it
Torque's
made it back with Torque's head's pieces.
Oh, my babies, okay.
And you rocket out of Denube orbit.
Woo!
Wow.
That was intense.
Whoa, Scarlet, you look quite banged up.
Yeah.
This is not good.
You hear Corsair's voice over the speakers. Captain, do we have a destination?
Do we have a destination?
Yes.
We're heading. Are we heading into deep space? I don't know if I want to go to deep space right now.
Let me look at my notes. My library of notes. So, the next destination.
Or are we heading to the Twilight Garden?
You think you probably need more answers before you head to the Twilight Garden. You're curious, because the other thing is you have this tech, but it's not intact. So Osiris seemed to make it. Maybe they can fix it?
Yeah, maybe we could go to that Osiris Project space station from earlier. Maybe we might be able to find Matthias Werner, and maybe we'd be getting more information about this piece of tech. And this beautiful android. Oh, look at this buggy. Ugh.
At least we'll learn more about her. I mean, right now, we just have an android that's not working.
Maybe we can fix it.
Corsair,
well,
if you plug into this body, can you give us more information on it?
I can attempt to.
Okay.
The last time I tried to plug into it, it just seemed like some sort of empty shell. But maybe Corsair would have better luck than I did.
The result will be the same. The answer is this. This android is an android body. It's primed to accept coding, but it has not been programmed.
Okay. Do we have the coordinates to the Osiris Project space station?
Yes.
Yes. Uploading now.
Oh my god. All right. Well, at least it's going to take us a while to get there, and I can repair myself. Or you can repair me.
Well, I can definitely do that.
Yes. So the trip will take several hours from where you currently are. And over that time, your body, because normally androids do not heal naturally, but you do have a nanite factory, which means that your body does slowly repair itself, Scarlet. And on top of it, Celica will be repairing you and helping you out. So you can go ahead and make an engineering skill roll, repair-based, to heal Scarlet.
Cool. And can I... Oh, yes. Can I use my regulator to also help?
Yes.
As my
yes,
assistant.
yeah, exactly. That'll actually be a cooperative skill roll.
Ha ha ha. Okay. Come on, repair. Oh, yes, repair.
So, all right. What is your roll result?
22 plus 4, 26 plus 2, 28 total.
Okay, so it takes a few hours, but you do manage to fully repair Scarlet. One of the benefits of being an android is that, unlike humans that can only heal so fast, even with medical help, is that it's all just parts and stuff. If you've got some time, you can just slap it back together, and you're able to do that with Scarlet in this case.
And with the finishing touches, did you want that tattoo?
You know
About
what?
that tattoo.
After all that you've done for me right now, just give me the damn tattoo.
Great. Where would you like this tattoo on your beautiful android body?
I don't know, somewhere where no one can see it.
Oh, okay.
maybe right
So
here?
like your neck.
Here.
Oh, the underarm bit.
Yeah. Here. She unzips her jacket.
And then, yeah, I do a really cool, like, chibi symbol of, like, me and Zara.
That's the
and
tattoo?
Scarlet, like,
That's the
jumping
tattoo?
in the air as if we're, like, you know when, like, after, like, a buddy movie, you jump in the air and freeze frame and everyone's, like, smiling? But, like, a chibi version of that.
Yatta!
Yeah, like, yatta! Yeah!
That is
Like-
ridiculous.
Like in the air,
Yeah.
underneath Scarlet, but like it goes like not just like here, but it goes like here.
Hey, what do you do? No, I didn't.
No. Look
Aren't
how
you all
cute we
about
are.
consent? Come on.
Oh yeah, you said you consented to the tattoo, the group tattoo, and this is exactly what it is. And
You
but
know
it
what?
looks absolutely beautiful. Look how cute you look
You
right here.
turned-
You're smiling.
You turned my physical pain receptors off, but trust me, I am still in pain right now.
Oh, don't worry. I could like turn it back on.
Alright. She puts her arm down,
yes.
gets up, and walks away.
And then I go, jackhammer! And then I say, Sarah, Scarlet has the beautiful tattoo of our new group. It's just lovely. You have to have her show it to you. I just cannot wait.
And I go, can I run over to Scarlet and be like, show me the tattoo, show it to me.
Here it is.
Oh my god!
Jackhammer, isn't it beautiful?
It's so beautiful!
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, you can put your arm down now. I saw it.
All right, so several hours have passed.
then I give Zara the same tattoo,
Yes!
Yes.
but you want it underneath the same location?
Yeah, just like
Cool. Cool. Yeah, I also do not that location, but but like I wear it proudly on the side of my arm. And then I start to repair Torque's head, and I also
Yeah, that's going to take a lot of time because you're almost building him from scratch. He's been so destroyed.
well,
That won't happen before you
Can
arrive.
I completely reload all? I want more ammunition. I need to
100%.
point
Yeah.
to do that. Okay.
Yeah, 100%. So several hours go by, and you hear the familiar chime followed by Corsair's voice arriving at Osiris Station.
Okay. What do we know
the
about
ship? You know very little.
Okay.
Osiris is a very secretive organization.
Okay.
You come out of faster than light travel, and you hear an automated program hail you, a security program, and it says identify.
Can I like code or just do some sort of coding and put in Matthias Werner?
You could try. You can make a computer's roll, but in the meantime, it insists again. Identify.
Are you?
Oh, idea. What if we say? Nope, maybe not a good idea. Not the right Alabaster. That is probably not a good idea. But I think we should be Matthias Werner.
Well, look, if he's still here, then they're gonna know immediately that it's
Right.
not the right people. People are looking for me, so I don't want to say my name.
These people tried to kill me and they destroyed my shop, so definitely not my name.
All right, Zara, looks like it's you. I mean, you're the only person we have left, so here, shoves her forward.
Great.
I believe in you. Look at your new tattoo. That looks
Corsair says, opening a channel.
Sarah Conclex?
Zara Conclex, not authorized. Turn around or be destroyed.
Spike?
It doesn't respond.
Matthias Werner?
Still no response, and Corsair says, "The ship appears to be powering up its defensive measures."
Oh shit.
No.
You say, "Oh no," Scarlet, and suddenly you hear like a series of boops and clicks as like something's processing, and then it says, "Welcome home, subject J456312. You are cleared to proceed to docking plant 5." And then Corsair says, The station appears to be powering down its weapons."
I look over at Scarlet and I'm like,
I have no idea.
What did you do? Some sort of hacking or coding? You have to teach me that because I don't even know that, and I don't know what you did, and I would love to learn that program.
Look,
maybe I can make a copy of it.
All
Then
right. Celica.
Yeah.
Maybe it thinks that I'm Drya. It's
thinks.
recognizing an android. I don't know. What was it? Project 42?
It says J45612. Maybe that is you or
45612. Do I recognize that combination?
J456312. You don't.
631.
Yeah, I'm searching my code. I don't recognize that. So.
Have I seen that at all in the dark web or when I was working for Aladyne Systems?
No. Corsair says, "Shall we proceed to docking clamp 5?"
Yeah.
Setting the course. And the ship drifts slowly towards the space station and is allowed to sidle up next to the docking clamp, which then locks into place with the typical hiss as it secures and fills with breathable atmosphere.
Scarlet, it says, "Welcome home." What does that mean? Where are you from here? Did Oran...
No, I'm from, what's it called? Besides the B. Bandor. No,
Bandor.
I was built in Bandor.
Huh.
The airlock hisses open to provide there's like a catwalk extending between you and the station.
Okay. I guess we should just go.
Okay.
Scarlet leads the way. Come on, buddies.
Okay.
That was almost nice.
I mean, the nicest thing was the fact that we all have the same matching tattoos.
Yeah,
except I don't know why.
We're not talking about that.
Okay.
Like nobody's gonna know about that. Okay.
I mean, it's so cool. I wear it proudly on my arm.
So as you're buddying around, walking down this catwalk, you come to a door that opens, and inside again, everything is this sort of sterile lab white everywhere, and it's harsh. It's not an inviting hue. And waiting for you at the door is a human woman wearing a lab coat with a name tag that reads Dr. Myra Calliope. She smiles amicably as you enter.
Hello.
Hello, Miss Myra Calliope.
She says, "It's good to see you again, Gemma. Are these your friends?"
Gemma.
Scarlet looks around. Who are you talking
Wait, that name is
Who are you
familiar.
addressing?
Oh, interesting. I assumed if you came back it was because the amnesia program had become faulty. What are you calling yourself?
Are you talking to me right now?
Yes, of course.
Look, I don't know what you're talking about. My name is Scarlet. I was constructed
yes.
on Bandor by Oran,
Sure.
newly deceased.
Why don't you come with me then, Scarlet? Your friends can come too.
Okay. She gives the other two a trepidatious look and kind of rubs her tattoo.
Do I, in my brain, because I used to work for Aladyne Systems, know about Matthias Werner and who he's associated with?
So Matthias Werner was the chairman of the board of directors. He was an old friend of the Alabaster family.
Yes,
and was particularly close to Drya. And then in the aftermath of her disappearance and her turning up dead, Martin insisted that it was Matthias that killed her without providing any significant motive. And the YPF, who are likely on Martin's tab, agreed. And Matthias was forced into hiding, was shamed, removed from the board, and all these other things. Typical corporate fall from grace.
Yes. I guess my specific question would be, do I know who Matthias Werner is married to?
Yes, Gemma Werner was Matthias Werner's wife.
Yes, great. I relay that information and I just say, looks like this is Gemma Werner, which is the wife of Matthias.
Looks like Dr. Myra is Gemma? What?
Maybe.
Maybe she just changed her last name. I mean, he's been missing for a while, hasn't he?
Well, she called me Gemma.
But yeah, she called you Gemma. So maybe you are the wife of Matthias?
So as you're chatting, walking down the hall, she turns and she gestures to a room and says, "Please, into the viewing gallery."
Hey, listen, we all have weapons. Is that okay?
Sure, she shrugs. I don't think any of you will want to use them.
Scarlet looks alarmed at Celica and Zara.
You said
No one wants
Bandor.
to hurt you.
Are you sure you're from Bandor?
Yes.
It will all make a lot more sense once you enter the viewing gallery. And with that, Dr. Calliope walks in.
You know, Scarlet,
What?
whatever happens, we're all tied together.
Yeah, nothing's gonna happen.
All right. And then I walk in.
And I walk in also.
So there's a hologram vid table sitting in the center of the room, and Dr. Calliope goes over and punches a bunch of commands in, and you see it starts flipping through a couple of like different video files, and then a file comes up, and you see Scarlet yourself laying on an operating table of some sort. You appear to be unconscious, and there's a blanket covering you. And in the room is Dr. Calliope and an older looking man. And in the video, Dr. Calliope says, "I'm sorry, Matthias, we've done everything we can, but her genetic condition is deteriorating by the day, and unfortunately her chromosomal structure renders her incompatible for gene modification therapy. We've done everything we can, but she's not going to come out of this coma. And in time, her body will surrender to the ravages of the disease." And he seems bereft by this. She fast forwards through the video a little bit more. She stops again and lets it play in real time, and you see a man come in who you recognize from previous newscast of thing, which is Martin Alabaster. And he has an exchange with Matthias where he tells them what they've been working on, and like, there's no reason that Gemma should die. That's not fair. None of this is fair. You know, there's a way around this. There's something we can do. And then Dr. Calliope flips to a different video and plays it again. And now you see still yourself on the table in the room, but now up against the wall, strapped in, is what appears to be an android being built that has your face. And she says, in the video, Dr. Calliope says, "I don't understand. Why don't you want her to remember you and her life with you?" And he says, "Honestly, in her last healthy years, our marriage was falling apart because she felt I was neglecting her and that I was more committed to my job. And I don't want you to remove her memories. I just want you to suppress them. I want to keep her personality intact, but give her a fresh start. She always used to read adventure novels, and try to make her more adventurous. I think that would be good for her. And just give her a fresh start." And Dr. Calliope nods and says, "As you wish." Then, she fast forwards to the vid, and again, you see this procedure happening, and they appear to be, there's like this cranial contraption over the woman on the table's head, and there seems to be a data transfer, and then the android comes online. And at this point, Matthias Werner has left, and Dr. Calliope says, Scarlet, come online, and the eyes flash open, and that's where the vid ends.
Scarlet.
I don't... I was human? I am human? This isn't my body? I don't understand. Which one is me?
Dr. Calliope looks down at her data pad for a moment and then looks up and says, honestly, you're you.
But I'm not really me if there's no memory. That person, Gemma, is dead. I'm a dead woman. I'm a dead woman inside a new body. And that dead woman has been tricked into thinking that she had a choice in anything. This dead woman was tricked into thinking that she had a chance at love, had a chance at purpose. Turns out it was all programmed.
It's not that simple, Dr. Calliope says. You are Scarlet. That's who you are now. Gemma's still in there, but you are something new.
No, but the thing is, Scarlet is based on the foundation of the understanding that I had a choice in anything, that I knew where I came from. All of my choices stacked on one another, minor decisions that make up an entire being's personality, all of that is a lie. I guess everything I had was not real.
Dr. Calliope pauses for a moment. She seems to be struggling with your reaction. It's clearly a reaction she hasn't had to deal with. And from gauging her reaction, you guess that maybe she doesn't have to deal with the aftermath of what they create here at Osiris very often. That once they release them into the wild, so to speak, they tend not to come home. So after pausing for a moment, she says, "This goes against company procedure, but if you want, I can remove the suppression software that's blocking Gemma's memories." I don't know if that will offer you any solace, but it's the best I can do.
Scarlet, you are who you are. You are Scarlet, that's what Dr. Calliope has said.
You will not forget the programmed history we gave you or what you've experienced since. You will simply remember what came before.
I don't think you understand, with all due respect, Doctor, that whatever life I've lived so far in this body has been fighting for equality, fighting to show the world that android sentience is equal, that I can make my own decisions, that I am capable of rational thought, that I can change my mind, that I can have true love for other creatures. And this disproves it all. This person that you uploaded, as soon as you erased any memory of her, as soon as you took out any part of the equation, she's no longer that person. She is still dead. What I am is a culmination of a personality and somebody else's hands programming me. I am. I need a minute. And Scarlett's gonna walk out of the room.
Dr. Calliope looks somber and nods and says she plays with something on the data pad, swiping some stuff away, swiping some stuff in, and puts it down on the table and says, if she changes her mind, this data pad has the chain code required to unlock the amnesia protocol. I'm afraid that's all I can do.
Thank you, Doctor.
She nods. If you need me, I will be in my office, but feel free to make yourself comfortable in the meantime.
I go and copy the code, the chain link code, just to copy it.
Sure.
Zara, I did not expect that at all.
That she's done her entire existence, she's questioning at this moment everything she's believed in. How do we talk to her? I don't even...
In my mind, even though there was some sort of programming, it doesn't change the fact that Scarlet is Scarlet, and Scarlet, lives for adventure. Scarlet chose to hang around with us. Scarlet chose to protect us. Scarlet chose to get our beautiful chibi tattoo. And it is because Scarlet chose all of that. Doesn't that make her more sentient?
I think... But is it no different than choices we make? If she can't remember anything from before...
The important thing is, what she remembers now is what creates her.
Then we need to tell her that.
Yes, I just... this is quite new for me too. Aside from being close with you, I didn't expect to be close with any other person, especially someone I used to do business with. So...
Now, while you're speaking, you're also uploading, because this is an advanced chain code, so you're working on copying bits of the code and stuff. And as you flip through, there's some mementos attached as well, photographs of Gemma's previous life. And as you're flipping through, you do pause on one, which is a photograph of Gemma smiling next to Dry Alabaster.
Zara, look at this. And I bring it up into my personal data pad, and you see the photo of Drya smiling right next to Gemma.
And there's some background files also, because as they were designing the android that would be inhabited by Gemma's consciousness, they needed to know about who she was. They can build it realistically and program it realistically. And you do see in the notes that basically the person that Gemma was closest to in the world was not her husband Matthias, it was Drya. Drya's mother died when she was very young under mysterious circumstances. There were rumors at the time that Martin had killed his wife out of jealousy, and Gemma had stepped in and was a surrogate mother to Drya. And they spent all the time in the world together. Drya spent years while Matthias was busy with work. Drya and Gemma hopped from system to system doing humanitarian work and were thick as thieves.
Wow. She lived a whole life that we didn't even know about. That she didn't even know about.
I think that's what makes it a lot worse. come on, we need to show this to her whenever she's ready. But I think the first thing we need to do is show her that we are here for her, regardless of whatever happens. We are here to support her, regardless of what the programming is, regardless of all of this. We just need to make sure that she knows that the choices she's made are her choices, and that we believe that she is sentient. Because I definitely believe that. And this is coming from a programmer / hacker. So.
All right. Let's go talk to her.
Okay. So go and try to find Scarlet.
She's has stepped outside the room and has sort of slid down the wall and is sitting with her head in her hands between her knees.
We see her, and I go to the opposite wall where she's sitting, and then I stick my back on the cold wall and slide back down and drop butt on ground, looking at her with her hands covering her face. Zara? Scarlet.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry you had to see all that. That must have been incredibly difficult. I mean, everything about you, I can't even imagine or even experience what you've just felt now. But seeing all that, I just want to let you know that every choice you've made, even though someone has said it is some sort of programming, something, there's always something. It doesn't change the fact that you've made those choices yourself. And you choosing to help others, to go and do business just for the sake of doing good for everyone, being so selfless. You didn't even have to take Zara and I in to escape Bandor, but you did it. And I just want to say, you've done that on your own volition, on your own choices. You've chosen to even use this cute little chibi design as a tattoo, and that is your choice. Regardless, it is a tiny choice, I get it. It doesn't make too much sense, but it does make sense because all these little choices, all these big choices, all these medium-sized choices make you you. Don't look back and think it was just for nothing. Don't look back and think that it was someone else's. Don't look back and think it was just for meaningless, because it is not.
Look, I can agree. That my choices have been useful. I have been useful. I have served a purpose. But one thing that I don't have is self-awareness. A cornerstone of consciousness, of sentience, of being self-governing. That I know I don't have. So yes, I can continue to serve a purpose, to be useful, to make choices that help others gain. But me? I'm dead.
I stand and walk over to Scarlet's side of the hallway And I do the same thing. I lay my back against the wall, nice and cold. I slink down and sit right beside her, knees touching her metal knees. Look. And I pull out the datapad that shows Gemma and Draya smiling. This looks like you, but I know, just looking at her, it is not you. It's very fortunate and nice that Draya was able to have someone who supported her. Regardless, it wasn't even her mother, it was, well, Gemma. I just want to let you know that what I see here is not you, it's Gemma. And I just want to say I am incredibly fortunate that I have someone like you who gives me that much joy. And I zoom into Draya's smiling face.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do from here.
Scarlet, will do whatever you want. I mean, obviously, look at this whole last couple days. We followed under your command. We've done everything you did. You have incredible choices and incredible leadership. And we are the ones who are supposed to have quote-unquote free will, but it doesn't change the fact that you've been so supportive, just like this picture. The only thing I can think of that we can do is take down the people that do this, because this is not fair. You and I were equal, but you, I 100% understand you're incredibly way better than I am, but please know that we're here for you, and we all can agree this is not right. And I will do everything I can to take these Aladyne people out, because this is not right. We are of even keel. We are equal. And I just want you to know that. And this is coming from someone who is an engineer, hacker, programmer. Even though I'm someone that makes these programs, it doesn't change the fact that we've all been here to help each other. That's not changed.
So you think Aladyne is doing this?
Aladyne is 100% doing this to others. They might have done this to Draya. Looking at this picture alone, this is something that could have happened. If this is what they've done with Gemma and killed Gemma, and they've done this to revive you, but kept Gemma within you, this is something they must have done to Draya. This is not right. Maybe
Ghostwalkers, fine. Ghostwalkers, they prove my point. If we can upload a human consciousness into another's body, they are as valid as I am. But when you take away part of that background, part of the understanding of who you were before, that's where they mess up. That's where they hurt people.
Feel whole?
What was that?
Do you not feel whole?
No. No, I don't.
Jackhammer, sit over here on the other side, please.
And I move over and I sit down next to her and I put my hand on Scarlet's knee.
I don't want to remember.
Okay. If you don't want to remember, I hand over the datapad. It says copy complete, but also beside the datapad there is a trash can icon. Feel free to do what you want. At the end of the day, you are you. Gemma is someone else, and Gemma died a long time ago. These are just pictures. But I just want to say, maybe we can put Gemma's memory somewhere else, just in case we need to talk to Gemma to get a better understanding of Drea and where Drea might have gone, or to get more information on Drea.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I leave the decision, your decision, to you.
To be honest, the thought of letting Gemma's consciousness into my body makes me sick.
Emma's not you.
But look, we have a mission. And if I can prove myself useful to that mission, then I will do what needs to be done. Scarlet will stand up and kind of stretch out her joints and walk away.
All right, I think that is a good place for us to stop for the day. Yeah, an emotional end to Act 2, which is titled Ghosts of Denube, fittingly perhaps. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Hopefully you're all enjoying the progression and story here. Join us next time for Act 3, The Twilight Garden, where we will continue the adventure of the Alabaster Throne. Thank you again for all your support. Please feel free to check us out on social media. We're going to put links here for how to find us, or check us out on our website, omega-horizon.com. And yeah, thanks again. Have a great night.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.